Haven't you heard about her reputation?
I don't have a lot of those, but you know what? I had one lady, and I still think about her almost every day. And she busted into my live, and she was like, "What did you do to your face? You used to be so beautiful." And I was like,
you let her come in the guest box and she
no.
that?
She like put a comment. I usually don't
comment.
do double guest lives because when I was trying to do that one with Mary Brown from Sister Wives,
Mm-hmm.
I freaking pressed a button and are we related? We're not, but we could pretend though. No, actually,
we kind of look alike.
My cousin. Well,
that usually means they really think we're dating.
But
because that's their way of asking.
But that attaches you to my family, and I don't know if you want to. I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, I think even though my father was raised Mormon, you still would much rather enjoy my family.
Oh, we were, yeah. We were extreme Southern Baptists, so that was...
we are not dating.
That was interesting. No. Oh, no, I don't do that to people anymore.
But to date, period? No.
I tried.
Try, okay.
No, I tried to go, okay, so let me tell you, the last date I went on a date with a man, which is because, I'm like pan and kind of demi. I just, I go on personality,
She does more than I do.
And so I got taken on a date, and he was like, we're going to a comedy show, right?
Oh, a comedy show.
He took me to Bert Kreischer.
Who's that?
Bert Kreischer. He's like this like misogynistic, no-shirted comedian who's absolutely disgusting. So that was...
No shirt? Is that the guy with the belly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was just here.
Yes, he was. I saw that's actually.
So
you
just went on a date?
No, that was a year ago. He came last year, so this
Okay.
is when this happened. But so we go, and it's all these. And at first, I'm like, okay. So the first couple comedians come out, and there's this one who's a really pick me girl, and then there's this other dude who starts talking about Dylan Mulvaney, but not in a nice way, like horrible. Because and keep in mind though, this is like 6 months after the whole Bud Light thing, so it wasn't even relevant, and it was still obviously horrible.
In Albuquerque though.
Like, who cares?
I know, but like...
No, and so many people booed, and like, I was actually proud of that. A few people were like, no, that's not cool. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, like, what the hell is that?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
And he was like, this is a funny shit, right?
No, he wasn't actually. He was mortified. So we didn't go out on any more dates because I'm good. But there was this one joke that Bert Kreischer did. Keep in mind, this man looks like he just crawled out from under a bridge. And he says, well, I walked up to my wife and I just wanted to see her like I wanted to see her. So I pulled her face back and saw her I haven't seen in 30 years.
Ooh.
Well, I got up and was like, no,
thank you.
Oh, excuse me, sir. First of all, look in a mirror. And second of all, she stayed with you through all of this? Like...
That's what I don't get is guys making jokes like that. And it's like, are you going to tell me you're not hanging 3 feet to the ground right now?
Oh, it's so gross. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
No, he was mortified. We actually ended up leaving early because he was like, oh my God.
Okay, good. So that wasn't bad. What was bad about the date then?
That's where I was. That was a nice dinner before.
But he gave you the consideration of leaving. I mean, he didn't like it either.
I know.
You still just thought he didn't research enough. You're being too harsh.
Being too harsh.
You're worse than I am because I got hit up by this gal who really wanted to date me, and she had those the dogs, the Japanese dogs with the hair here, and then
so cute.
No, they're not.
Okay, they are.
I don't think they are.
Don't they have a little like
my boss? Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
My boss had one, and he thought it was the prettiest. He'd be like, "Oh, look at my sweet dog," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I think they're adorable.
But I don't. I'm just not. It's just something so wrong about it. It's like we messed up this breed so bad, and we're gonna call it cute because we would hate to say that we just made a genetic mistake.
If they have health problems because of it, which they probably do, then I am avidly against it. I didn't think about that part of it, but they are so cute.
Okay, so but I wouldn't date the gal though because. And this was 30 years ago.
What
so
are our signs? I'm a Leo.
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo.
It's almost my birthday.
I don't know much about those. Are we supposed to like?
It's gonna be my first
be
birthday.
Mean to each other because of that? I don't know.
Yes, you're a Leo.
Virgos don't like each other. I don't know much about. I know about me, but I'm
you
like
guys.
a Leo,
Yeah,
Cancer,
tell us. Leo and Virgo is this Christmas. That's funny.
It's a lame ass Christmas.
You're a Virgo. Happy birthday, Virgo.
Oh, nice. Oh, I guess my son's probably Virgo then too. He's on the 18th.
Ariana.
Ariana. it's a sound.
So
Ariana like Grande.
I know. I had somebody who kept commenting in a live a while ago. See, Virgos are the best.
Okay.
And they kept saying, Ariana, why are you here? Ariana, why are you here? But I think they were making fun of something I said, calling me Ariana Grande because I said something. And I was like,
you know what? Honestly, though, that wouldn't be like the worst thing ever.
No. Oh my God, no. Is that Ariana Grande?
I wish no. I couldn't do it. She's so good at being herself. I couldn't even imitate it, honestly. But yeah. So,
this is not my sweetheart. This is Historyinsixtie. She also makes Sister Wives content.
I'm mysterious. I'm no sweetheart. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
She's not a sweetheart.
I'm not.
Is that what they said?
I'm super.
They don't. She goes after Cody Brown so much harder than I do, and I do Cody's contradictions.
Oh my God! And you guys should hear. Okay, so I'm doing a Sister Wives rewatch right now before the new season, but I'm watching so I decided I'm gonna go back to season 16 and kind of look at that because dude, I think it's different. And you can tell me if you agree with this or not. When you're watching stuff to make content about it, you don't watch it the same way as if you're just enjoying it. And so I didn't so I'm just sitting down and watching it. Oh my God, bro. You guys literally, I could not post this opinion on TikTok. That man. Oh, I just finished the book too, yeah. That man, though, I swear, if I was telling, me and my daughter were talking about it, and I told her, I was like, I swear to God, just let me see him walking down the street in Vegas. There would be a video of me on the internet.
I was in, I almost said Plathville. Flagstaff. I was in Flagstaff, and I was at the shop, and this gal was talking about how she's a content creator and getting into for work because she went to college for market media and stuff. And I'm like, hey, let me know if you want some help, this and that. I do content actually about Sister Wives. And she goes, oh, Cody comes in here all the time. He might be in here soon. And I was like, I gotta go.
Right? No, I'm good. Thank you.
I don't want to see him.
Well, see, that's my thing.
I knew he knew who I was because Peyton was already like, my dad's not.
Oh my God, have you finished the book yet?
No.
Okay, so there's a whole part in the book, spoiler, and I think it's a little later. I don't know. I listened to the book on tape and read a little bit of it in the actual book, right? And Christine confirmed he watches all of us and reads the comments. It's in the book. Well, she's like, oh yeah, and he would just sit there and scroll through videos about himself on social media. And so she said the night, so the night that they ended up saying we don't want intimacy, whatever, he was sitting in a corner watching social media videos, and she went to bed by herself.
Wow.
So he's quoted me before.
He really just he's quoted me too. I caught him when he quoted you and when he quoted me.
So funny.
And I know going back to if we went back and rewatched now, we would probably really connect the dots because by the time he's quoted us, there was a separation of church and state there.
Well, that was the thing. So I'm going back and watching season 16, and I forgot how absolutely horrible he is in the context with what has happened as of now. There is a rage. But that's the other thing. If I ran into him, it's a toss-up. Would I go off, or would I walk up and start really quietly saying the most horrible things I could say? Because we know him pretty well.
I'm not
and
that
get
tough.
Him to go off on me and then turn around and be like, no! Telling you. But I would never do that. I would never.
No, but in your mind, these are the things you think in your head. What somebody said on a recent TV show, it was on Trigger, the show Trigger. We all think about doing things, but we don't really do it.
Exactly. But if I just walked up and was like, hey, Baldy, how you doing?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, your six-pack abs? Those are nice. I love them. Really quietly, so nobody else can hear you though. This is the big important thing. Nobody else can hear you do this. You need to be very chill, and you need to be
maybe I would just stare at him and go over and over again.
Do one of these
just play with my hair. Yeah.
Oh no, see, I think that we would have mixed success with that, but it would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty good. Dude, oh my God, the rage bait on here though has been getting me oh my God, there's so much. It's a business strategy now.
I swear that one girl that I posted about a while ago, she's just, survivors are lying, and why don't you just leave abuse?
Wait, which one is that? Because there's so many. Okay, so I saw, oh my God, okay, so this is the one we were talking about. So I'm going to say this here, because I don't want to post it, because I don't think she wants me to, but okay, so everyone, did you notice that Katie, who is David's daughter and Christine's stepdaughter, had posted about someone talking about the circumstances in which her mom passed away in a very crass manner. And when she asked them not to do that, they blocked her and deleted her comments. Well, the creator was I Carumba TLC. That's who it was. They have 2 pages. I Carumba TLC. They have 2 pages and they have gone private. So they obviously know that they did something wrong.
I do not follow them, never did. Now I'm glad I haven't. Because that is so tacky. Like, why? Why?
Yeah, so we used to be mutuals, and then out of nowhere, like out of literally nowhere, yeah, for once it wasn't Katie Joy, but out of literally nowhere, she just like blocked me. And I was like, so I am a little salty about that. You can tell anyone you want to. I'm salty. I was like, why would you block me? Like, I mean, you have a right to block, but as far as I know, I didn't do anything. I mean, maybe just me being myself was a problem. That has happened before. That's
well, I mean, I should be talking to you about that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just don't block me right now. That'd be fucking awkward. I'm trying to do something.
Block.
All right.
Oh, Crystal Ball.
Yeah, she's
I learned that you're the one who came and told me about her because I posted something that Crystal Ball put out, and it didn't seem far-fetched. It wasn't something that was far-fetched.
She's right sometimes. Like, that's the thing is that she is right. She has her moments.
Yeah.
Are they few and far between? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you were quick to be like, no, Lee, we don't do that.
Don't do it.
When I was new to the TV world, I made my transition.
I try to be chill though and like be like team players because like I just feel like there's enough room for everybody. Like, why don't we all make content and have like a good time?
Yeah.
I don't.
And we did when they were really heavy into Christine leaving and stuff like that. We would contact each other back and forth. Are you covering this? I'm going to cover this. We're going to.
Dude, Christine, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just got, like I said, I just got done reading her book. And, you know, honestly, like there were parts of it I didn't necessarily appreciate.
Right.
But there were other parts of it that were absolutely amazing. And I'm glad she got to tell her truth. You know what I mean? So it was really, I thought it was a good book.
Now, I heard a rumor, because I have like 2 chapters in. So not much at all. But I heard a rumor that the whole thing with
I am
her
not a
and
Keebler
Mary,
elf. That is slander. Sorry.
Oh.
Keep going. That is slander. I'm calling my attorney.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
Angela Deem.
I'm not a scientist either.
So,
sorry.
what was it? Oh, the whole thing between Christine and Mary was over a 10-cent thing. Was that true or not true?
Over a 10-cent thing?
Yeah.
Between Christine and Mary?
Yeah.
Their most recent fallout, it seemed, because I'm trying to think of, like, because I just listened to the last part last night, and their most recent fallout was because something had been misunderstood, and perhaps that was it, because I was listening to it, so, and hanging out with my son and watching The Office and playing Fallout at the same time.
Right.
So.
And this is what a content creator is like. We have to do a pre-listen, and then we have to go back and do a deep listen.
And so the last time that she decided they weren't going to be friends anymore, she said that there had been a misunderstanding, and then Mary ignored her for like an entire trip or day, and then they didn't, and then that was just it for Christine. And then Mary called her, the part that you saw on the show, she called her like, I want to say it was like a couple months later and said, let's be friends, let's be chill. And she ended up, yes, thank you. There was a misunderstanding and something happened. And when Mary called her, Christine was like, you were just mean to me 2 months ago. I don't want to be friends with you. Okay. So that's what I got. But yeah, fill in the blanks. Cause like I said, I listened to it and I made little recordings, little screen recordings of the audio.
McKelty embarrassed Leon.
Okay. I was doing like 17 things at the same time. So forgive me for the holes.
And a lot of this, so I think what we have to remember, number one, this interaction that you're describing would not make me say our 20-year relationship, however long it was that they were all together, is worth throwing away. I wouldn't be a person to do that off of what's being described.
But it's, I think a lot of it was history.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So there's stuff that's still left out of it.
It's like the usual no contact thing. You know, it's always, you think it's this one thing, but then it really was like 700 other things that, you know.
Yeah. Okay. And I know we're going to get a completely different side of it from Mary.
Exactly. So that's the thing is that, and I hate this, exactly, and that's why I hate this saying, but there's 3 stories, his, hers, and the truth, or whatever, hers, hers, and the truth.
There's theirs and the truth.
But sometimes that's a thing. So that's the thing that I always try to emphasize with all this content is that we don't really know. Oh, and someone had asked what I didn't like about the book. I wanted to answer that one. So with the book, I did feel there were parts that romanticized people that should not be romanticized. And that would be her family.
Me.
Yeah, she was in the book, and they were like, "Oh my god, that hair though," and I was like, "What about my hair?"
Hello. That's where how it opens with the prologue and the first chapter are about her talking about her grandfather being this big savior in the community and being this wonderful man, and I'm thinking in my head like, wow, she still doesn't see what it is that women and children were going through.
Well, that's the interesting part about it, though, because as you get further in the book, right, she's like, this was the best time of my life and everything, but that was a dynamic that I wasn't super excited about, because later she says, I was in a cult.
Yes.
I was 100% in a culture, and she says that, and she's like, but it was the happiest I've ever been in my life, and it was the most joyful and the most wholesome.
I think it was the most oblivious for her.
Exactly.
She was able to have her eyes closed. Like sitting down when she talked to her brothers are like, we saw the problems, but because you were the younger sister, we kept you away from it. So yeah, you have this clouded reality on what happened because we shielded you.
And there were competing statements also. So she's like, oh, well, our group is different, because, they're talking in context with the Order and the FLDS and all this stuff, which another part that I thought was interesting is, so they had this council of people from all the groups that could go do these things and talk to law enforcement, but that council excluded the FLDS, but included the Kingston group.
Oh.
So...
yeah.
And then there's another part where she, like, at the beginning, she's like, oh, well, our group is different. We're like the liberal ones. We don't marry our cousins and we don't practice blah, blah, blah. But then there's like 6 other parts in the book where they discuss marrying cousins, and that they do that. I mean, and then like, Cody and Janelle.
Well, she did say something I noticed about that and I'm glad that you're picking up on those beginning parts, because that's what I picked up on. I'm like, she said we don't marry our cousins. At least the close ones, meaning the first cousin. So she was in admittance that they would marry the second cousins.
Exactly.
But the reality is, all of them are cousins with Cody. Mm-hmm. So you do. But that's not just by marriage.
Yeah.
Well, by marriage.
And then and the thing about it is too, if you look at Mormons in general in Utah, I've studied this way too much. Everyone's kind of related.
Yeah.
You're really only like a stone's throw away.
And if I went into my tree, I could probably see that I'm third cousins with Cody.
Well, yeah, if you have to justify it, at least it's not first cousin, then we've got a problem. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's like any other closed community, because you got to remember, when it comes to Mormons, they've been around in the context of other religions for like 5.5 seconds. They've only been around since what, 1830, 1870. It's around somewhere in there. No, 1830s when it was founded. 1870 is when they started having the polygamy debate, I think. And the manifesto came out in 1891, the first manifesto, and 19 something. Anyway, I know too much about this.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So like, that's really a young religion. Mm-hmm. And so that's a very small group of people, because not that many people believed in it at first. They make it sound like a lot more people than it actually was. It was a pretty small group, but then they just married and like, what is that at the beginning of Idiocracy?
Oh.
Remember Idiocracy? The family tree? Like that.
Oh my God.
Except it's a more circular.
That is so
family situation.
Man. Yeah, it really is like that. It's funny because I just tell people I was the Illinois folks, and they're like, oh, okay, we can like get you.
Are you guys like considered like a little more like sacred or something because of like Nauvoo being up there and everything? If you were in Illinois,
I don't know.
Is there status like that
from being the original, the Missouri, Illinois?
Because that's I feel like that should be street cred, and if it's Illinois, not, I want to talk to somebody.
I should say Illinois, Missouri. I think to them, and I think to Cody it would be. We'll put it that way. But
so
since
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's made up. Since
pioneer stock. You're pioneer stock.
I wasn't like raised in it, so all of those little nuances I don't know, and I stayed out of, because I didn't like that my cousins felt that they were superior to me because number one, being LDS, and number two, being straight, which I don't believe they all are.
Yeah,
we'll put that out there.
That last comment about the fact that they're like, yeah, the religion that they come from is, because so that's the thing about it is that what I always try to like push forward with the AUB had its largest growth in ranks when the vanillas said that black people could be somewhat equal in everything. And so that is the point that the AUB had, again, their largest growth in ranks. And that was in, 1979. So you can actually bet your money that most of the AUB has some kind of leanings in that way and some kind of discriminatory, behavior.
But they still believe that, though. And they still have that in their book, which is funny because there's a guy on here, Mexican, and he was raised within LDS, and he was like, yeah, they accept us into the fold, but they still teach us that we are the dirty people.
Yeah, which is weird, though, because, in this, which is interesting, 1978, thank you, Sherry, and in this, what's interesting about it is that this is one time when you actually defend the Mormon church, which is such a strange thing to do. But at least, it didn't work. And I have, friends who are Mormon who are like, yeah, my parents, no. They were told it was different, but you can tell someone one thing one day, but it was just the other thing yesterday, so it's not a thing. At least they tried. And I'm not giving them any credit above that at all, but, when you go back to the AUB and the FLDS and all of that, yeah.
This is exactly what I was talking about with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. At least somebody was trying something, right?
Was it successful? Was it good?
No, it was horrible. It ended up being horrible, but they tried.
Exactly.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the thing about it that I do think is really frustrating, but that's another reason that, we were just talking about Christine's book. Why the hell are they romanticizing these people?
Right.
I have a problem with that. Anyone who was involved in that level of polygamy, where they were, and all of that stuff, dude, and I've spent time with the FLDS, I've spent time with the Kingstons, I've spent time with the AUB, and let me tell you, there's really very few degrees of separation, so romanticizing it is wild to me.
Yes.
Not to mention, I'm going to go on a little rant real quick.
No, it's fine.
The trust that formed the town in Short Creek was literally signed. Christine's grandpa signed the original thing that they made them able to do that, along with another people. Christine's grandpa was on the scene before the Jeffs. That he was old school.
Yes.
So that was the rant.
But she likes to make it sound like he did everything clean and nice. And it's guy. If you looked into it, he was doing. And let's just talk about that whole fund that he created was fraud anyways. He was committing fraud. Mm-hmm. But all of this.
He's a grifter.
This belief system was built off of fraud. Mm-hmm. Joseph Smith himself, okay.
The South Park episode.
I just watched that again the other day, and I'm like, it's so valid, right? Valid. Because this guy was gotten in trouble with stealing, with bouncing checks, with falsifying his property, like somebody else we know, with all of this stuff, and then he would get charged all of these charges, and he'd go, "You don't understand. I did it for God," right? And he would try to use that excuse, and he would pull out of his pocket these magic tricks. But I believe, now studying different kinds of religion and beliefs when it comes to Christianity, different types of Christianity, there is Mormon gold, which you know that, right? Because it came through this trail and they were looking for it here and all that.
And I was like,
Mormon gold. But I think that Joseph Smith was using a hint of reality because the Mormons knew Mormon gold was there. They split off, they went down south, and then they came up and said, hey, the people here gave us a bunch of gold and we're going to hide it in this big thing. Mm-hmm. And so people heard about the gold, and then he turned that into this big whole, I'm a savior with these big golden this and that and blah, 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 because it was believable. Because how would you believe that the natives of this land just gave us all this gold, right? Which they did, because them it was garbage of what they were actually milling themselves. It's the weirdest thing. It's a twist of reality, and he took it and he created a religion off of it.
No, and him himself, it's so strange to listen though to the because honestly, as weird as it sounds, polygamists actually have a better bead on who Joseph Smith was than mainstreamers do. As weird as it sounds, but they understand more, and they are less likely to deny that he had underage brides and all of that stuff, right? So that's an interesting facet of it. But dude, can you imagine just sitting down with that guy and just being like, what the fuck?
What fuck?
Which lady? I'm Historyinsixtie.
Historyinsixtie.
I make sister-wives content a lot, but I do a lot of other stuff. See,
she talks a lot.
I just talk
about a lot of stuff. See, a lot of people say favorites.
Are all Mormons polygamous? I mean, technically, yeah, because there's celestial polygamy and like all that stuff, which was never abolished technically, but that's getting like real deep in the lore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And also too, you're better to answer these questions. I mean, like I study it and spend time around it, but I was raised like extreme Southern Baptist, basically Christian identity, which is a horrible thing in and of itself. It's actually more racist than Mormonism. It's somehow.
That's true. That's true. No, so polygamy actually didn't become illegal and split away from the church until like 1920 something.
And there's still a bunch of people practicing, and that's the other thing about it.
Well, the reason why though, they made it illegal and split from it is because they were using it to get state assistance. Yeah. So they were marrying a wife, and let's be real, the Browns kind of did this trick, right?
Oh yeah, overall, you wanna put me on a rant? Finish on
marry a wife, and then those get support and assistance. Divorce that wife, marry that wife. Now they get the assistance, and they would just go around. And the kids, they wouldn't have to give them medical care. They would get the state-funded medical care because they only had to support one of the families for medical care at a time. So, yeah.
Did you know that the first polygamy raid happened the same year that public assistance became more broadly available in Utah?
Yep.
It was never about polygamy. I will go off on this rant for days. And that's another thing but that was a good thing about Christine's book though. And I hope someone else
she gets into that?
She did. Okay. And the title of the chapter is It Felt So Real. Not it was real.
Right.
It felt so real.
The raids?
No, them fleeing Utah.
Oh, no, that wasn't real.
No, she said she was like, it felt so real. So I feel like she acknowledged on a level that it wasn't real. Like, and even going through it, she was like, the reality is scared.
For Christine,
it was real.
I understood why she was in a panic, right?
Yeah.
Because she literally grew up moving house to house to house to flee from law enforcement. But for the others, no. For Cody, hell no.
They would never.
He was just making this for show. He was doing that for show.
Oh, yeah, it was totally a thing. But he was using that same fear tactics that the men have always used. Like, I have a book. I'll have to let you read it. It's called Zion Under Siege, and it's written, the FLDS actually wrote it themselves, and it goes into all kinds of history files and stuff that, like, I could never hope to see. I'm going to ask them if they would let me in there, though, because I'm going to be there in a month. And I'm running a seminar and stuff. So
where?
In Short Creek.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to be there in like a month.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask them if they'll let me look, but they probably won't because they're going to let a Gentile into their record vaults. No. But that would be really cool. But they gave me a book that was written off of all of that history, and it gives the perspective of all of those raids and all of the state and all of that stuff from their perspective.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting. But yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in Short Creek in a month to do a seminar for people. There's going to be some people from the Bateman group, some people from the Kingston, some people from the FLDS, some in most. So for them to be there, they're trying to leave.
Right.
And I'm running a seminar with them about social media and life tactics and life skills and stuff like that in conjunction.
Oh, so they can get ready.
Yeah, so they can start working. And a lot of them can't get a job outside of the home because they have like 700,000 kids. So we're going to talk about social media strategies for them to maybe make some money without their husband super duper noticing when they're at home or something. Yeah, Short Creek's super safe. And I'm going to be there with a charity. And I always forget, because it's Dr. Christine Marie's charity.
Yeah.
But I always forget what it's actually called. Hands of Hope or something like that. Helping Hands. It's something like that.
That's the gal that goes in the middle of the night and picks them up.
Sometimes, but no, she's the one. She's a real soft spoken. She's always dressed like kind of 50s-ish, and she has like big, like blonde hair.
Okay.
It's not Holding Out Hope. It's a different one. There's two charities that operate in town. Yeah, we live like 20 minutes away from each other, so.
And haven't seen each other until now.
Yeah, and so this will be October.
Something.
11th. October 11th, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no, why don't people... Okay, so I actually talked about that in a live with Janelle being a little bit, like, not being a little bit, that it's racist because she says she still believes in the religion. And I actually talked about that in a live a little, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing is I don't really play that, like, all the, like, not all the other, but a lot of Sister Wives creators. I don't think it's fair to pretend that these people are perfect because they're not, and they come from a really society. Like, it's a mess.
So the things that I typically would poke on when it comes to Cody, right, is his behavior and the family dynamic and his I am better than thou, right? Mm-hmm. We know he wrote it on his social. I'm a red pill taker.
Oh my god,
like,
and it's still there.
And it's still there. Like he's we know that he is in this misogynistic belief system. I believe he is no longer a part of any LDS faith. I believe that he has gone to this man church, whatever it's. We have it here too.
We have a man church?
Oh yeah, we have a couple of them.
Are we allowed in or are we not?
No.
No, we're not allowed in. Okay.
No. They were
the Bible Museum? Is that the Creation Museum? Or is that different? So I've been to the Creation Museum twice. But yeah, anyway. I don't want to go to man church.
Where's the Creation Museum?
Kentucky.
Oh.
And it is very expensive.
So the I call it man church. So it's a church for men.
Oh, it's in Ohio.
Just for men. Yeah, they have a couple of them here. One of them's for people of color only.
Okay, I like that though.
But listen, here's the
message.
Is it problematic? It's problematic. Because the messaging of these churches, and this is why I call it the man church, is they are specifically for men to teach them how to be more of husbands to their wives. Meaning that when they come home, they better have food on the table, right? And if your wife doesn't accept X, Y, and Z, you don't put up with it. This is how you teach your wife what you need to do, right? Mm-hmm. And it's horrible. And I learned about the word of it because I had a contractor at my house during COVID, so I was stuck there with him, and he was playing these sermons, and I was like, what the fuck? So I took really tacky music and played it on high, so he had to listen to it, like 2 Live Crew or something.
Have I ever told you I tried to do the trad wife thing for a while?
Oh.
I ever told you about this?
That
I was married.
Sounds great.
It was horrible. So I was raised in a really conservative environment, right? Mm-hmm. And so I never subscribed to any of that. I never believed in God, none of that, like anything, my whole life. And then I had some like life stuff happen. And so around 24, 25, I had a couple people pass away, and I was like real messed up, right? My dad. It was a whole thing anyway. And so I decide like, I believe in God now. Or no, I was younger than that. I must have been like 22, 21, something like that. But I believe in God now, all this stuff, whatever. And I'm going to be like the best. So I end up getting married when I'm like 25. And I serve him every night for dinner, stay home, raise the kids, have another baby. Because I already had my daughter, but then we had my son. And he was like in a really toxic place, which he's evolved from that also. But yeah, we did that for years, and I was miserable, and I didn't realize he was miserable too.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he hated it. Because all he did was work, and then he wasn't really, it was just a really toxic situation, especially because I was so angry all the time and and I was fake. Because I was just, and then I started cosplaying, and that kind of brought me out of it, and then I had a couple more people pass away. And I was like, you know what? I don't believe in God, and life is short. What is going on in my brain? And I like snapped out of it, and we got divorced, and we're best friends, and that's good.
Now you're where you should be.
But for years, PTA, Girl Scout troop leader, like I don't regret any of that. That was amazing. That was so awesome. Yeah. But I did all of that stuff, and like I bake really well now and stuff like that. So that there was good parts of it, but I did that for a while.
Nice. That sounds wonderful. I did that for like 6 months.
It was horrible.
With a girlfriend, and I was like, I can't. I need to go to work.
Was it I keep talking whenever I talk about her. I'm like, she had this like rainbow haired girlfriend, and whenever I'm like, was it this one?
It was not that one. It was one that made money. That one didn't make money.
That's preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he made a great living, and he's actually a really nice guy. We were just young and kind of dumb. So.
Well, 25 though. I mean,
I was really delayed in development, I think. As far as my maturity, I would say when I was like 30, I was probably the same level as like a 25-year-old because of all the like drugs and trauma.
Oh, yeah, trauma.
I definitely was delayed in a lot of stuff, like even now.
No, I would tell people when I would start dating them, just beware, I'm emotionally delayed, and they would laugh, and I'm like, no, I'm being for real though. Like, sometimes I don't pick up on stuff people my age should. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm better at that now, in case you can't tell, but.
I try, but I basically walk through the world oblivious nowadays. I don't even look at people. Like the other day we were talking about it, and because we had talked about dating a little bit, and I was like, I never even get hit on, but honestly, I don't even know if that's true.
I know. I don't know either because same thing. I'm in my world, and everybody talks to me wherever I go too. I get the most people talking to me. I don't know why, but so why would I think you talking to me is any different than them talking to me? Like
exactly, and like I'm just like happy and laughy and like gregarious with everybody. So it's not like I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're like that too. I don't know. You know?
I think I am. Oh, I would have instances back home where I go out with friends at the bar and I just sit and talk to some guy and be like, "What up? What up, bro? What up?"
Chorus stuff.
And then chorus? Oh, we can talk about that. But and then they'd be like, "So, can I get your number?" And I'm like, "For what?
What do you need that for?"
Like, you can get on my socials and we can share memes and shit. And he's, "No, I want to ask you out." And I'm like,
yeah, I'm like,
no, I was like just trying to be bro. Chorus is they're saying it's a democratic response to the right-wing paid creators. So Chorus is they pay creators
is that
to do
Wired article?
Yes, that article.
Okay.
But here's what I don't understand: the anger around all that. All of these right-wing creators are paid. So, but Chorus is not actually paying them to say things, though. Chorus is just helping them continue their platform.
With that one, I got a lot of like consider the source of that article kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing with the whole thing is it's very. I feel like the whole thing was meant to be discrediting and misleading at a time where people need to like.
It is, but you guys got to understand these.
I didn't like it.
These creators who are talking about these messages, they don't get the same paid programs that other creators.
They don't. That's what people don't realize. If you talk a lot about that sort of stuff on here, you don't get paid. Like
so, which I can't really talk about the program I'm in, but I can just say that it's apples to oranges.
Yeah, so it's like different, you know.
Yeah, so they need something.
I didn't dive too far into that one though, honestly. Like I saw a couple videos here and there, but like I caught it like in weird spurts. Mm-hmm. Like I would catch like one person making a video, and then I caught another person making a video the day after, and like 17 things that happened, and so I'm not as well versed in the in that whole thing as I should be, because I swear to God, TikTok moves at the speed of sound. So like 17 new developments can happen and you were offline for like 45 minutes.
It's a full-time job. And we actually have these webinars we need to jump on all the time too.
Yeah, I'm like...
Somebody asked, it's rather a training and Chorus sets a lot of these longtime creators up with newer creators too to help coach them. So it's not what Charlie Kirk and Turning Point. Charlie Kirk is an entirely paid player, entirely paid. He has a company which he owns, which he is getting full monetization for his messaging. And the church who partnered with him on this is funding it. So Charlie Kirk is a millionaire because of church money. What does that tell you about taxes, first off?
Right.
But also, what does that tell you about the Republican political side? And I say Republican because this isn't Republican. This is MAGA. It's a very different beast. Very different beast. But that's how they're getting paid, is via churches. So
I need to dive into this further.
Yeah.
All of it. Like, that's what we were talking about this before we got on.
It's a different world. Yeah. So if you do just political content, it's a completely different ball game, and you don't get paid like that. So they do need something to help keep them going.
Oh, someone said tax the churches? Yeah, that would fix a lot of
Oh,
problems.
we need to tax so many. I think we should start with mega churches.
Well, I made my grandma mad the other day, so I'm going to tell you about this. So my family, my extended family, and this is not people I'm getting money from or who even really enjoy talking to me. So my grandma, the other day, we were talking about, they support Hoffmantown and Sagebrush here in town, right?
I hear you about misrepresenting, and we'll get back to that.
Okay, so my grandma and my family have funded some of the mega churches here in town. Keep in mind, that's not me. That is my family, not me. Okay. Right. And they have, so Hoffmantown was the big mega church here, right? Then Sagebrush popped up. Sagebrush is actually a subsidiary of Hoffmantown, right? And so, they all ended up, she probably did. Yeah, my grandma's a hippie. So she probably enjoyed it as well.
I thought that was a burn.
Right?
That's a compliment, bro.
Oh, well, thank you. So they funded Sagebrush, right? And so they're like really attached to the church. That's the point. And the other day I was criticizing because they have these crazy Christmas lights, right? There's like so many Christmas lights that you could fund like some really, really amazing things with just the electric bill for this Christmas lights, right? And me and my cousin were kind of talking about it at a like family. We were all having dinner together, right? And my grandma turns around and she's like, but do you know how much they do for blah, blah, blah? And she got like super angry. And I was like, oh yeah, no, because it's not even worth the argument. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, but I'm thinking, I'm like, so how much more could they do if they weren't doing that?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So
yep.
yeah, I agree. Like,
yep.
We would have a lot of tax. So here's my
You want to talk about homeless. The churches say that they're going to support people who go to their churches, yet how many churches have homeless members?
Well, that's the thing. And Sagebrush does do a lot of outreach. I'm not going to say that they don't, but they could do a lot more. Plus, they should pay taxes. They take in $2.7 million like every quarter or something like that. Because when you go in there, they're actually a little more transparent than other churches. But that actually turned me off. I was baptized there in my 20s. They give you a little sheet and it's like, here's how much we need to make for the rest of the year. And it's like, the last time I was there, it's like $1.7 million. And I was like, excuse
How
me?
much is the rent here?
And then my neighbor used to be a pastor at Sagebrush. And now he is like so disgusted with them that he quit. And he was a pastor. This guy was a pastor for like 30 years. He's an older man. And the sweetest guy you've ever met. Really, really salt of the earth kind of guy. Really respectful of the fact that I don't believe in that and I'm not going to. Only invited us to church like twice and then realized that's not going to be a thing. Even he's like the nicest and really devout dude. Won't even mess with them anymore. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, we've got a lot of that out here. It's no good.
Good times. I don't go to the churches, so
yeah,
I wouldn't.
But I don't think, and I actually agree with you, I don't think the little like strip mall churches who are actually like doing kind of what they should be doing, I don't know if they should have to pay as much taxes, if any. Like if there's like, no. I know my friend Savannah is from high school, is part of this little church that does like, they're in a strip mall and they really do a lot of outreach with unhoused people who have had addiction stuff, all of that. And they actually do amazing things for the community. So I definitely don't want to like...
That's what it's commercializing. Nuance. And when I say the super churches goes against what church was supposed to be, because church was supposed to be your community.
It's a prosperity
and
gospel. Each
community would have their church or different churches depending on, what the need was. And to span a church from New York all the way to California, no, this isn't a corporation, bro. And that's not a community. That completely removes community focus.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, I definitely, that's one of the hardest parts I think about living in the world that we're in right now, is that we're living in a very, and I say this all the time, everything's fucking black and white. And I don't know what world everyone is living in, because it's not the world I live in. Everything that I encounter is a shade of gray.
Yes.
Some things, obviously, you've got like creepy, gross people who do horrible things. Like, of course, that's like a hard line. But most everything else just kind of seems like I don't know. Like, it's not so black and white.
Yeah. Speaking of not so black and white, somebody was saying I misspoke on something. I assume you're going to say turning point. And if you say I misspoke on turning point, then we're not going to agree on that. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, well, see, okay, so here's the other thing. I want to respond to this comment right here that they should have to prove. So, actually, churches are supposed to do that. Your church is supposed to have posted in a place of general circulation or whatever, their yearly budget and their expenses. And it should have a line by line of what they're spending their money on, because they are a nonprofit organization. Nonprofit organizations are required to keep their stuff public, even churches. So, if your church is hiding that or won't show it to you, then they're a problem.
Yeah. Was it 501c3? 501c3.
Yeah. Or is it 401c3? I've been out of it for so long.
I know. I'm like, it's one of those.
Yeah.
501c3. Yeah. And you can look it up that way. You could just put 501c3.
Yeah. So they are required by federal law, to see that. So that's a thing. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing about believing people. A lot of what I think that is
$9.99 is the form. Thank you.
Lost on things is critical thinking. I think that it's great when people give you what they think. And I tell everybody this with my content. I will tell you what I think, and that is very heavily opinion based. But please, for the love of God, I'm Historyinsixtie, and it's spelled with an IE at the end. And so with that, I really encourage you to go and look at it yourself, because your opinion may not be my opinion. And you need to go read that stuff yourself. So I don't think it's a good thing to take things from creators and let them tell you what to think.
Right.
You should think about that.
Right. Well, I even said that in a live the other night. I said, but I need you guys to go and read this for yourself, because don't believe me. I mean, because yeah, I am going to have my own twisted version of what I read and how I saw it and what I believe, and you need to look for yourself. And me saying things like Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk and Turning Point are supporting MAGA, and you don't believe that, that's fine. I can believe it is. You can believe it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think the whole thing too also like has gotten very convoluted at this point. Because like I said, when I was trying to research it, I'm talking, there's like a 5-hour difference. And yeah, we live like 20 minutes away from each other. I didn't know that. I live like literally just right up the street.
Really? Really? See, I didn't know that either. Oh, your nails.
I got press-ons. Look, they're from Glamnetic.
Oh,
they're
those
so
are
cute.
press-ons?
Yeah, they're press-ons.
So you picked out just different ones from different packs?
No, this is like one pack that comes together.
It comes together.
Yeah, aren't they so cute? That was my first set, and I didn't do like a horrible job. So yeah, super cute, right? They're press-ons. I just glued them on. Yeah. But yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. We're gonna do some content today, and then I have to go home and make tamales with my little son boy.
What kind?
We're gonna try sweet tamales. We haven't made sweet tamales before. I didn't know. We went to I'm gonna say embarrassing, but like El Super. I know that's not how I'm supposed to say it, but it's over on Atrisco and Central. Best meat in town, like amazing.
Oh, is it? Okay, because I saw a sign that it said that, and I'm like, every store says that.
They actually really do. Like their ground beef is really great, and I go there because I can get I think it's called Osso Buco, but it's like the leg shanks or whatever. Okay. And they have those. But when I was there, they have prepared masa for tamales, shanks, which me and we make our tamales every Christmas and stuff, but we make them a couple times a year. And I saw that they had pineapple.
Oh, somebody predicted it.
Yeah, pineapple. Yeah, they have strawberry, pineapple, and just regular like vanilla sweet, and you can add cocoa powder to it.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, so we're gonna make some.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we want to try something different, so we're gonna make sweet ones. I'm excited.
I want to make empanadas. So I try to find empanadas around here, and they fry them. Yes. I like baked empanadas.
Have you tried Crown Bakery over, it's like Gold Crown Bakery. It's over off Mountain.
No.
Try that.
Crown Bakery.
It's Gold Crown Bakery, I think. It's over off Mountain. It's right next to the museum and stuff over there. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Someone said something and I missed it. Oh yeah, tamales, honestly, they're really not hard to make. The biggest thing is make sure you season your masa, because like if you don't season it, it's just ground up corn. It doesn't have any flavor. Season it, make sure it's moist, make sure that you cook it long enough, because like my friend Bia, her mom taught me how to cook. Rose is amazing. She taught me how to make all that stuff. But just make sure don't get water in the top of it when you're steaming, like stuff like that. They're not hard to make. They're just time consuming. I never learned from my friend's mom how to make them. I just pop over when they were done. I know they're so good. Well, nobody no one in my family makes them. So. You know, Christine's book. Okay, so we were talking about this. How far have you gotten? What do you think? Yes, use good lard. If your lard has any kind of odor to it that doesn't seem just kind of like, don't use that. And the lard, I usually use the one in the little blue package. It's pretty good. I got some pre-prepared though, so I'm going to see how that goes. But, you know, I've never used pre-prepared. I've always used just like the Bueno Foods one. But anyway, so what do you think about Christine's book so far?
So far, it's only the 2 chapters. So we've gotten through what we've talked about with her just making her grandfather sound like he was some kind of a saint.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, I didn't. I got the icks from that too. Just because I still don't think she sees, but she still has a lot of deprogramming to do. This was her entire belief system until the moment she said, I don't have to stay with this man. And then it started to crumble. So I get that, but you're not going to shock me with anything that you come out. It's not going to ruin it for me.
Yeah, well, that was one of my thoughts too, is that maybe she might have waited. And I tell your story when you want to tell it, but I might have waited to heal maybe a little bit more completely before I wrote a book. Yes. You know what I mean? Like there's still some deconstructing and processing to do. And and I don't think that a lot of people are going to hold space for that nuance.
So there's that. And it's like if she went and did a book later, maybe she called it My Healing. And then changed it, but I think she had the NDA, so she wasn't able to do it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So that unfortunately, that's
David's family are polygamous also.
So there's a lot of things that they don't get into. But with that being said, I think there is a certain amount of normalcy that we should put into people going through these phases of healing. That you're going to have anger, you're going to have sorrow, you're going to have it's going to be messy. And it depends, like Cody's messy with it was too far, right? Mm-hmm. I think Christine's snarkiness, it was a fun ride, but it didn't have to be that snarky, right? And then Mary was just kind of quiet about things for a long time.
Yeah, I honestly love Mary's new era, though. Honestly.
I tried to be like Mary as long as I could in my public breakup and be quiet about it until I got knocked in the trash enough that I was like, okay, now I need to speak up because I can't just get knocked around like this. I think it's
good that she told her story. For sure. We live like 20 minutes away from each other. Who knew? But I think that I'm glad that she told her story, for sure. I think, and honestly, I don't know. Like, I do think she could have healed a little bit more, but isn't that true of all of us? So I guess, but I also too, like I said, the whole thing about her grandpa kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And someone commented, I do think, it's hard because I think that there are things that happened and the amount that they lied to the public that will never be taken responsibility for because, the car. Did you read that part?
No.
Cody's Lexus, right? So they get the show.
Oh, I saw your video about it.
They get the show and, bro, I'm like, So they get the show and they get their first big check, right? So what they do is they go ahead and pay up their bills. They get food. They get necessities. And Cody buys a Lexus.
And Christine still doesn't see her father.
And Cody buys a Lexus. But here's the thing is, and I haven't seen anyone bring up this clip, and I need to. I'm planning on it when I do a review of the book, but I just haven't gotten there yet. I just finished it last night. But they have given several excuses. They have also, because someone pulled one up where Cody said that the car was like 7 or 8 years old and really cheap when they bought it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's in the book or in the very first part of the show, they said it was a bonus from his job. Mm-hmm. Remember? You remember this too? I'm not making this up.
Okay. I remember because he worked for the lot back then.
And they said that, I do not have a podcast. I need one. Maybe we should just start a podcast.
We can. Well, we could do a YT podcast.
We should.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, so you were here for the Inception.
I would totally do it.
You were here for the Inception.
Yeah, this is day one.
No, exactly.
And we need to go on her account, too, for a bit, too.
I know
So we got to watch your time.
We've been doing this for a while, yeah.
We're good. Please, you need it? Okay, we'll do a podcast.
Yeah,
Twist my arm.
I'm sorry. I know that people are like, oh my God, pumpkin spice is so played out. And I used to be one of you, but this is like really good.
I have pink drink.
Yeah, this is really good.
I haven't had one of these for like over a year.
Iced pumpkin cream chai. It's delicious. Like, I'm not like, I don't do Starbucks though really anymore because obviously it's a horrible company. Not to mention, this was like $8. Mm-hmm. Like, I got it because it was like a little special. I'm going to come over there, whatever. Like, I used to be an avid Starbucks drinker, but now, Dude, plus like $8. Are you kidding?
I know. I used to. But see, in Washington, Starbucks was a good company because we were reaping the rewards of it. So that and Microsoft.
And the coffee is
people were like, we hate Microsoft. I'm like, I love it. And then Apple, and they're like, I hate Apple. But you guys, our school systems suck in Washington. They were the ones who were buying the computers for the schools. Starbucks and Microsoft and Apple. And they funded the schools, not politicians. So sad.
We're just in a fucking state and things right now. Like, the world is just...
I want to crawl up and go into a little tiny hole.
But, that was the other thing about Christine's book, though, is her acknowledging she was in a cult. I did not expect that. However, she did talk about it like, the cult is okay, though. It was really happy. It's a really happy cult. And I was like...
It was happy to her because she was a child.
Exactly.
And she wasn't so happy when she actually lived it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm just like. Plus, too, with like, and not to be like negative or anything, it was always going to end up this way.
Yeah.
This is what was always going to happen. I only know the only polygamous family I know in real life, genuinely in real life, that has worked out until the very end for most of the wives is they live in Short Creek still. They're still in their house, amazingly enough. But the reason that they've been together and made it work for that long is most of them passed away or are invalid and are being cared for in some way. They're not in...
So they're stuck together.
Yeah, they're not in genuine marriages with a husband. There's only one or two of the wives who actually have, like, that with
relations.
And that's why it's worked out. Because they're kind of more of like a nursing facility.
That's what Cody was creating with Mary.
Well, and when Cody, okay, so this is one of Christine's big things too, is when she's like, oh, well, he said he didn't want an intimate marriage, and a lot of people have that. So culturally...
That's true.
That's true.
For women.
Yeah, that's true.
The men don't go through that.
The men get to do whatever they want.
Yeah. And if they only have one wife that they don't want to be intimate with, then they get to go test drive other wives.
Exactly. Like Cody's doing now. Oh, God, I called that one.
Oh.
I love that.
Do you think he's really doing that, though?
I think so, yeah. But someone asked me...
But is it for TV line?
I think it's for TV.
It's for TV.
So they can keep the show.
Because the look that Robin gave when he said that... But you don't know if they're really cutting to that.
Did you see the poster, though? This season with all the wives in the background and Cody and Robin in the foreground. So here's what I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but
they're gonna have their own show.
They want to phase out the old wives because they don't want to do it anymore. Christine, the very last part of her book, she clarified. She was like, I don't want to talk about Cody anymore.
Right.
I don't talk about...
She doesn't... I know, and so many people come into my comments and they're like, why can't Christine stop talking about him? Because they pay her to talk about him.
Exactly. It starts at the end of the month, but... Yeah. So Robin would have never been enough. It's not about her.
No.
Unfortunately, especially after Christine's book, me and Robin have like some major beef right now. I always try to be kind and considerate because I know she is in a very bad marital situation, but like...
No, Robin's the devil.
But Robin being enough or not was never about Robin in the first place. That was about Cody. And all of these women, he never...
He just needs constant attention.
He was satiating his ego. And so that's why I've always thought he would get a new wife. Because when he says Robin was the love of my life, that was to hurt the other women.
Right.
That wasn't because maybe he thought that for a little while. Or he convinced himself of that. But at the end of the day, like, no.
No, bro. No.
Exactly. Well, and I think that Robin, people say she could be a covert narcissist, and I can't necessarily say no.
I think she's covert.
I
think she's
yes,
covert, he's over, and they need somebody in the middle to keep it working, to pick on. Somebody asked, would you continue? I would continue watching to make content so you wouldn't have to watch. That's what I keep telling people. In this survival of the whatever show that Cody's going to come on, I'm going to watch that.
I'm going to
create content. I'm going to cover it. You're not going to cover it?
I'm going to do clips, but honestly, I don't know. I just
I'm going to cover it because I know a lot of people have told me I don't want to see it, and I'm like, great, I'll see it for you. I will do the dirty work. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about him is someone asked me in comments, and I have it literally saved in my comment section to reply to it. Is that oh my God, what was I going to say? Oh God damn it, I hate having ADHD. What was I talking about? Help me.
The thing that the Cody being on the other show and covering that show and Robin and Cody having that.
About the church. Okay, so someone was asking me, will the church give him more wives? No. The church will not give him more wives under any circumstances. These are just random women. He left
the church, I believe.
He did, yeah. They got... It's debated whether they got kicked out or they left, but in the book, it seems like, and this is just my opinion, that they were kind of... You know when you're like asked to assimilate to something or resign?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it gave.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, no, that's who's messaging him. Because everyone's like, oh, who would want to be with Cody? Lots of people. He has money in a TV show.
There is that LDS, the Mormon podcast that had him on for a bit.
Oh my God, and those guys? I bet those guys would be his new wives. They were just...
They were hamming him up. Even though they were disagreeing with him on a lot of things. But he allowed them to do that. Why? Because they're men.
They're men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So he was like, this is great. But they would totally like try to find him a wife.
I was so sad though, because I was on a plane when that interview happened.
Oh, so weren't there live for it.
I was on a plane. I had to go do work things.
I was
Bullshit.
in Arizona, actually. So I was... What was I doing? Was I on the road to Flagstaff?
Oh, I heard that country song. There is no Arizona. You ever heard that?
I had an ex tell me, we were together a few years, owned a house together, like the whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. And we go to get these saltwater fish tanks, which are not cheap. She wanted them, but I agreed that I would go half in on it, right? So we go to pay for stuff, and I said, all right, I paid $200, so that means now you have to go pay $200, right? And she's like, no, I pay $100. And I'm like, no, we both pay half. She goes, no, I pay half, which is $100. I'm like, the total is $400.
How long till you felt absolutely crazy and checked your math?
I stood my ground on this one, and she would make me feel crazy a lot. But this one, I'm like, you can't convince me that 400 minus 100 is even.
That's like expert level gaslighting, honestly.
Yes.
Sometimes when people do it, though, like, of course, it's horrible and awful, and but, honestly, you're just kind of impressed. You're like, God damn.
I was like, I know you tell me so many things that are wrong in this world, but 1 and 2 and 4, you can't fool me on that.
For once,
no.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. Yeah, like switching over to mine though, you have so many people in yours, and you're getting so many new followers. We'll just do this. We'll hang out here so you can do that.
Should we set up another one for yours?
Can we do that? Will it be like weird feedback? I don't think so, right?
No. Oh, you mean right now?
Yeah, I don't know. Or no, we should do another. Why don't we do this next
schedule
week?
Another one. Yeah.
Oh my God. And then this, I would like to thank this lady for being so patient with me. So we scheduled first, and then my kid got sick. And then it turned out that my kid had COVID, and I got sick, and then the whole family was down. Well, no, first I had a stomach bug, which I thought I had a stomach bug. Turned out it was COVID. And then found out that I had COVID. And so we've been trying to plan this for like 2 weeks. It just was not happening because my body, and the good news is with everything going on, I'm not eligible for a vaccine. So I love that.
Hey-o.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm healthy. News to me.
You're healthy. Because you got it. You have your own vaccine.
I know. Look at me. I'm herd immune, apparently, because I didn't almost die last week.
I'm glad that you told me, though, because but then I was paranoid that it was going around, and then I had just upset stomach from something I ate, and I was like, oh no, now I got it. We're going to have to delay another week, but I was fine.
Well, I had thought it was food poisoning because I went to Tucci's, which I love Tucci's. I'll stop there after school because there's the one there on Central that used to be Kelly's, which was like a brew pub back in the day. They'd get sandwiches and beers, and
I know all of that.
Oh yeah, Kelly's was delicious. They had this beer called the Fruit Basket.
Oh.
And it was half cider and half like pale ale. It was really, anyway.
Okay.
Okay. But I'd gone to Tucci's and had a charcuterie and a tiramisu, so I was like, oh my God, this must have been what it was or whatever. But then it turned out it was not that. It was COVID.
Well, good. Then you can eat there again.
I know. I was so bummed. That's one of my favorite places.
What is this place? Tucci's.
It's and then
Matucci, the Italian
Tucci's.
place.
Yeah,
Matucci's.
I love it there.
Okay.
I was just saying Tucci's because I'm not sure.
The one on Central is gorgeous.
Oh, it's nice.
It is so beautiful. Move the thing. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
If we're talking when it comes up,
I
see it come up, and I all of a sudden go like that, and then
I talk with my hands too much for that to come up, though. Honestly, I feel like that's TikTok. But
COVID vaccine, they want it. Wait, what? Surgeon General wrote a prescription.
That's nice. They didn't do that here.
Okay.
But really, here we're New Mexico, and we just kind of
get sick anyways.
Nobody even remembers we're here, honestly. The amount of times people do not understand. Everyone argues with me about this.
I know. People are people are really in Albuquerque.
Do you need a passport to get there?
Yeah.
Or I've had people, your English is so good. Well, yeah, because I'm from a United State where...
Is this a new regular show? It sounds like it is.
Yeah, we should do this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a thing.
Oh, maybe we could do something because the Sister Wives is starting too.
Yes.
We'll
have to figure out a schedule for that because... That airs on Sunday night. Something
like that, yeah.
So we'd have to watch it first.
Yeah. Nobody believes that we're here. We're in the United States. I had the most offensive one, I think, though, but it was kind of funny. When I lived in Washington State, because when I was really young, I lived there with my ex-husband.
You lived in Washington State.
Mm-hmm. I lived in Tacoma in from 2005 until early 2007 or
Okay.
late 2006, somewhere in there.
Okay.
But when I lived there, I had someone ask me, he's like, "Oh my God, you live in New Mexico? Can white people come out during the day there?" And I was like,
But really,
"No, we live in caves."
But really, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I am a white person here because back home, I would sit out in the sun in Washington State. I would sit out in the sun in Eastern Washington, not Seattle. So we're not talking clouds. But I could sit out all day. Here, I have a good hour. That's about it.
No.
Yeah, it is
Dude,
very different sun. And I have to use sunglasses here.
You see my sunburn that I got going right here? This is because, okay, so the shuttles at UNM are super messed up, right? So yesterday, like the shuttles are taking 45 minutes to an hour to get you to like your car right now. And so I had an appointment because like I'm a little morning behind because I got my lips done yesterday. And so I had to walk to my car, do 20-minute walk, and I'm burned as a crispy critter.
Yeah. So technically we're not really allowed outside.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is true, but that was actually probably one of the funniest ones, whilst also being very offensive. But then again, it was kind of funny. So Eastern
Washington is Idaho. Yes, that's why I left.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
I lived in Idaho. Everyone always argues with me, so I don't know how to say it. I was little when I lived there. Moscow or Moscow, like
Moscow.
Moscow. Okay, so those are the three people, but that place was we lived on a compound, so yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh. Yeah, it's a hippie town. Moscow is.
We were outside of it, and we lived on more of like it was like a white nationalist
Jamie's
compound.
here. Hey, Jamie. Oh, you were on a. Wow, you really have made changes in life.
Thankfully, it was never really my life. I was just a kid, and it was my stepdad, and they dragged me everywhere, and like I was always like really. I was really afraid of him, but he was like the worst kind of abuser to children. And so I was just always really afraid of him. And like, I saw him like literally like doing KKK stuff when I was 5. And so he was just scary to me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a really...
And that was, we had a lot of recruiters in Spokane. When I was in high school, they would come and try to bring us into the fold. And I'd be like, bro, I'm a lesbian. You know that, right? And they're like, well, you don't have to be. And I'm like, yes, I do.
Did you?
I very much do.
Now, did you watch this movie, The Order? With, it had...
which one is it? Because I always forget the name.
It has, what's his name? Jude Law. Jude Law is like the head detective guy. And it's all about like the Turner Diaries and white nationalists in the 80s.
I don't think I did then.
It's on Netflix. You should watch it. It's actually really good.
Okay.
But it's very close to how I grew up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very close. And like even watching it, I had to actually stop it because they drive into their compound and it looked very similar to the compound I lived on. And it's like there's all these kids sitting on this thing and they're doing disgusting things like salutes and things, right?
Yeah.
And so I had to turn it off and take a couple days, and then I finished it a couple days later. But that was like probably the closest to what it was. I was like, oh my God, that was my favorite Spice Girls song. Absolutely. But we're also not going to become one in that way.
Which song is that?
Spice tonight is the night when to become one. Oh, you don't remember. I'm not a good singer. I don't date. I spare the world that.
They have like kind of music. Tonight is the night when we become one. I'm a Spice Girl. Like that. That's how it goes.
Did you listen to the Spice Girls?
What spice is that? That'd be like Harry Spice.
At this point, geriatric Spice.
Geriatric Spice.
We getting old.
Salty Spice. Take that from Jen and Mary.
Salty Spice. She's always
Salty
dehydrated.
Spice.
We don't know why. It's too much salt.
Maybe that's going to be our channel. Salty Spice. Old Spice. Old Fruity Spice.
Listen, I love Old Spice though. Old Spice is my favorite.
Oh my God, it made such a comeback. Did you notice all the young lesbians are wearing it now?
I've noticed, and dude, honestly, like, I think Old Spice is one of the best scents, and I think it is classic and beautiful, and I love it.
It reminds me of being at my cousin's house, though.
It reminds me a little bit of my dad, but that's a whole other issue that we're not going to talk about.
It reminds me of my uncle. My uncle would use that aftershave like nobody's business. And I don't know, because he would always have a neck and stuff, so he'd be like, whoosh, and it'd be like, it's like, why?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Why? Yeah. I feel like aftershave is really punishment for the mistakes they made while shaving.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Or punishment for just being men in general. Like, what were they thinking?
Oh, that could be it. You don't get periods, you get aftershave. Yeah.
Awesome. I don't get those either, so.
Yeah.
But,
You guess you would be an allspice then? Oh my gosh.
Maybe the spice from like Dune. But yeah, because why would a man? That's exactly like that's a full sentence.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's a full sentence.
That's true.
But yeah, Christine's book though, like what else? What else hit me from that one?
Yeah.
Because like I just finished it last night. Dude, anyone who's finished it though, the last like 3 sentences of the final chapter, I was bawling.
Ooh.
Like bawling. Spoiler warning, so don't listen to this next part. Spoiler, earmuffs.
Spoiler. Spoiler.
But the last couple sentences are about Garrison.
Oh,
and they're very sweet.
Okay.
And I think the last sentences is I wish I could see him again.
Can we talk about? I have never bawled on live like I did watching that because I was watching those live.
Yeah, I was. Honestly, the thing with Garrison is very close to home for me. So, like honestly, the whole thing. Part of my decision not to cover it was respect. But the other part of that decision was the fact that it's so heartbreaking because I've been through that.
Yeah.
Even though my brother passed away from opiates, but not, you know what I mean?
Not the same
not
way,
from the same thing, but it was kind of the same thing because of the way that he left and everything. He knew that he shouldn't be doing that because he had Narcan and it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So the Garrison situation has just been like so close to home for me that like covering it really every time I talk about it, like it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I didn't cover it either. I put out a statement and said, "Hey, here's..." And this is what's interesting is I was at work in the office working for the federal government, right? Mm-hmm. And my coworkers heard the news and they came and excused me from my desk because they knew I had this kinship with the Brown family. Mm-hmm. And they let me go and make a video to put out, "Hey, all hearts to the family. I'm not going to talk about it any more than that, but that's it." So the respect that my work had for, really cool. Even me not being a part of the family, but they just knew I cared about them.
It was a hard morning. We found out. So there was this like tiny snark site that found out first. But this snark site has always been really accurate in their reporting. However, I think me and Danielle and Mrs. Kickstand, Lindsay, just didn't want that to be true. So we actually got pissed.
Yes.
We were like, if this isn't true, if this is not true, we are going to find you. What the hell? Why would you do this? And then
I waited until it came out on Arizona news.
Yeah, then about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later, it hit the news. Yeah. And oh my God, like, oh my God, it just gutted for that. And for the family too, dude. It's just the worst feeling ever. If you've ever lost anyone in that way, that suddenly, like, it's like you're just thrust into this dissociated, weird ass world where you don't know what to do, but you've got to go buy an outfit.
Yep.
It's weird. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then too, like, I don't know. Me talking about it too isn't productive because of the way that I feel about Cody, especially because of how my stepmom was.
I certainly didn't want to associate Cody with it, and that's where everybody was first going. And I was like, it's not helpful to the rest of the family.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I felt. Like, while I do not blame Cody for what happened because people make their choices, I have a certain level of resentment for my stepmother because I know that the decisions she made left us where we were at.
Yeah.
And that is kind of how I feel about Cody, but I never want that to be construed as I blame him because I don't.
Right.
But I also think that he didn't help the situation. And I think that the way he behaved after he passed, as opposed to the way he was speaking about him before he passed, really bothered me because I'm one of those people, and I'm of a mind that if you're going to say something when somebody's alive, don't flip the script because they've passed. You need to have the balls to stand by what you said. And him turning around and making it out like he's the poor and, oh, everyone feels sorry for me. While I do feel sorry for him, I also have a really hard time with that sympathy.
Right.
But I feel the same way about my stepmom. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't cover it that much because it's very complicated for me.
And you also don't know the reality of what how deeply they are capable of feeling. Like, which is not a dig. It's just some people don't. I used to, because of things that I went through in my life, once I got out of those relationships, I was numb for years.
Yeah, you're not the same person.
I wouldn't feel anything. And people would pass, and I wouldn't blink an eye, I'm like, oh no,
it really depends on who it is.
They're gone, or oh no, it depends who it is. But I would have watched the Garrison episodes and been like non-feeling and been like, well, that's a fact that happened in life, you know? But it takes getting rid of that trauma mind in order to get you into another space.
Well, that's the thing about like with Cody is I think that's one part of it is he's not, although he is a very frustrating and horrible person, he is also a very sick person.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, that is a very ill man who needs a lot of treatment that he'll never get because of what he has.
Right.
You know, unfortunate. And with once you get further in the book though, I have to agree with that comment. Once you get further into the book, Cody abandoned them the minute he married Robin. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, once you start reading it, like...
Well, the kids have said that.
He just stopped coming around, and he was always at Robin's, and he was never there, and it was only really for, like, for the cameras, which I think people kind of figured that, but yeah.
Right, yeah.
Christine's book did not do him any favors, and honestly, Christine's book made me like Robin a lot less, too. Because I'm not going to say that I like Robin, but I had more sympathy. I used to, honestly.
I don't.
Because I see the traits situation, I'm like, I try.
The tactics and the way that she does is the way that my ex would do. So I've lived through her behavior, and I know how it makes you feel. Like that constant, oh my gosh, what's going on? Am I great? And that's how Mary would have felt. That's how she made Mary feel. And am I wrong in this? Am I right in this? And then this whole bullshit of Cody still loves you and he wants you back. You can't leave. You can't leave. You can't leave. Like, come on, girl. Come on.
Well, see, that's the thing is it's complicated for me because, like, I never believed a lot of what Robin did, right? And I never approved of what Robin did, but I do see features of, that's changed a lot. At first, I did see features of survival, and the survival is a lot in polygamy. There's a lot of women who do, like, a lot of really messed up stuff to each other. But in some cases that is survival. And once you separate them from that, they're not like that. Yeah. You know, but with her, I think it's been clear over the years that her and Cody are a matched pair. You know, I don't think he's the bad guy. I don't think she's necessarily the bad guy. I think two horrible people found each other.
And they, they had a means to feed those needs.
Yeah, and like I'm crazy empathetic,
lack of a better word. No, I get it. Like I totally, I am empathetic, but empathetic to a fault as well. So if Robin had been in my life and I was in Mary's shoes, I would have done a Mary. I would have. I would have been like, oh, she's crying. I feel so bad and I'm uncomfortable with it and I don't know how to fix it and I have to do anything to fix it, right? Yeah. But being outside and looking in at it, I can say it's a game. It's all a game.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I tried to give, and then so I don't see redemption ever happening. So between Cody and the OG3, I don't see redemption happening because Christine just said in an interview, she said, if you want to apologize to me, then you need to make it right with your kids. Yeah. And I don't see Cody ever doing that. That's again back to this thing. Cody is horrible, and this is not meant to create sympathy because what people don't realize, just because someone is sick doesn't mean they aren't dangerous. Right. And he's the kind of sick person that will hurt you. Right. And that's kind of with Cody, you know, it's hard. But because of what he's got going on, he's not going to fix the relationships with his kids because he simply cannot be selfless enough to do that.
And that's the same with Robin, though. Just exactly. The prime example of that to show how Robin exerts that, and Cody's loud about it, and he's upfront about it. But Robin does things like the Christmas text, right? Yeah. Where here they are, like, we want to have Christmas gift exchange, and Robin's like, oh, I need to control this situation.
Well, and Robin, you know when I really my mind started turning on Robin, and like, because I've always seen the behaviors, but again, like I've spent time with like these people, and so I've seen the first wife in action firsthand. Yeah. But usually it's survival. But with her was the Thanksgiving thing, and I actually just rewatched this episode when she sat the kids down and made them cry, explaining to them
they don't want to have
Thanksgiving with us. Yeah. When in reality they did.
Yes. They very much tried to make it happen, and it was...
Oh, hi, Under the Desk News is here. Hi, V.
Oh, Under the Desk News. Hey.
I love you.
Can we have good news?
I don't think there is any.
Please, can we make something up? It would be wonderful.
Hey, we're doing this today, so
yes. News. Can you do news about this?
The bar is very low.
Yeah.
I'm saying, the bar is very low.
Can I be under your desk?
I think V's married. but it's okay.
Look, man. Look, I would be happy if
Oh, the new show, yeah.
Oh. Look, I would be happy if somebody
Oh, the new show, yeah.
Oh, the new show? What?
The Sister Wives is coming back.
Oh, the new season.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what new show?
Yeah, well, oh no, and the new season of Gen V starts this. Do you watch The Boys?
No.
You need to. It's
Do
so
I?
Good. It's so good. I love The Boys. It's got.
Oh wait, no, The Boys.
Yeah, and Gen
I
V
thought you were
is
talking
a
about, okay,
spin-off
I
of
watched
The
The
Boys.
Boys. Yeah, The Boys I watched.
Yeah, Gen V's good.
So Gen V, is it? I was afraid it was going to be like a. I just started watching. Now I'm going to forget
Thank you,
the
V.
name.
I love V. V's the dope. Like V's awesome.
The name of the show. The name of the show. Metalopolis. No, it's off of the video game. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yes, Metal Gear Solid or whatever.
Is that what it? No,
I think so.
Not. But anyway,
I know
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. I was gonna say
yes.
I can picture it.
I finally started watching it,
yet.
and I was afraid to start watching it because I didn't want to be disappointed that it was gonna be like just random horror for no reason. But it's actually pretty. It's like comic-y enough to where it's not like a real thing. So
I like that.
Yeah, so that's what makes it really good.
Fallout
oh,
was
yeah.
good. I can't wait for the next season. But I played Fallout. I've been playing Fallout for years, since like Fallout 2, I want to say.
Okay, you need to show me then, because I tried to play it and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be accomplishing.
So it may
here.
not be everyone. It's very repetitive,
Okay.
but it's one of my favorites because you just run around and mostly like you save settlements and you fight super mutants. You do all that stuff. It's really fun.
Okay.
The earlier games are a lot harder though, so I would suggest starting with Fallout 4. Although that's
I have something now. Whatever I have. I think it is 4.
Yeah.
Because didn't that come out like 2
years
years
the
ago?
documentary. It's been a while. Unknown Number.
I haven't
that
watched
shit
that
was
yet.
crazy.
I haven't watched it yet. That is on my radar for this
How
weekend.
is that woman not on a registry? Explain it to me.
I know the story. Oh, we
She
all
should be
heard the
registered.
story when it happened, but yeah, she was reaching out to all the kids and spreading all those pictures and right.
It'd be disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, talking about like, dude,
Yeah.
honestly, if someone texts me like I'm pretty down, I think if someone texted me that, I would never text them back. Weird.
As a teenager, I wouldn't have, and we didn't have phones and all that, but we would still have people trying to give us pictures in our pockets, and we'd be like, throw it away, like, nope, don't want it.
Yeah, no, Robin will be that mom. You know, honestly, like, with Robin, I think she's super controlling of her kids, and it sucks to see those same,
I think Robin
cultish
comes on my
patterns.
lives every once in a while. Because
wouldn't be
I
surprised.
have a person that comes on and says, stop talking crap about Robin. Stop talking crap about Robin.
Oh, yeah, I get that one sometimes, too. I
Yeah.
blocked her a while ago, though.
Oh,
whoever
did
that
you?
was. Yeah,
Oh, I
blocked
think
her
it's
a while
funny.
ago.
I laugh about it every time it comes up.
I just, honestly, it depends on the mood you catch me in. If I see, like, a crappy comment and I'm, like, I'm in a good mood, whatever. But if it's not, like, I usually will just block it. But honestly, you know.
I don't remember the account name
remember.
until it pops up.
There's a couple, though. Like, there's one on Mrs. Kickstands right now her username is the bus driver, but she's griping at Mrs. Kickstand for recapping Christine's book because she's stealing money from Christine. It's really weird. But she's been on this for like a month.
Is she reading the book?
She, what do you call it? Mrs. Kickstand is, yeah.
Oh, she's reading it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
I'm like, I'm on the fence about it. I'm like, whatever.
Don't, no, you can get, so you, the way that we do the clips under 20 seconds is great
Oh, I
because
know.
it's the rights, but if you do anything longer than that, then you can run into problems. So
Yeah.
that's why
Is
I
she
don't.
reading it or recapping it? I think she actually might be recapping
She's
it. I could be
recapping.
wrong.
Okay, recapping is great because then it gets more people wanting to read.
Yeah, I might be wrong. Because I don't think she's like
They
that.
love it when we recap.
Yeah, I'm not, like, honestly, dudes, with Sister Wives, like, I'm really, and I think that a lot of, I don't know, I think it's okay for creators to, like, feel like this. I'm not looking forward to this season. I'm not. What the hell is there to talk about?
I mean, Mary's going to be speed dating. I think there's going to be a lot of Mary and Jen, though, and that'll give us a laugh, something to laugh about. I think that's good.
I think that'll be good, but, like, how many episodes? They're going to do 5 episodes, like.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they do a mid-split now.
So I'm like.
Remember the first season was like 5 episodes and some
12?
sit-down chat?
It was a sit-down because they had that special.
Yeah, and then they went right into season the next season. They had times where we went right into the next season, same storyline, and then they would skip a year. It's like so weird.
See, I'm not shocked there's a new season. I knew the new season was going to happen, but I'm hoping it's the last one. But yeah, I really don't want to like, I don't know. I think I'm just getting tired of watching this like horrible man treat a bunch of women like shit. And honestly, he's never going to change. They've moved on with their lives. Hopefully we get it all wrapped up, but there's really no reason to continue this show at this point.
No.
Not to mention, it's not even my most popular content, honestly. Like, at this point, doing Sister Wives content, it's like charity. Like, I don't make that much money off of those videos. I'm not even kidding. Like, and that's
I still do well off of it. But, yeah, Welcome to Plathville has become more...
Welcome to Plathville doesn't do super well for me either, because I just, like, honestly, like... I mean, I've done a little bit, but also with Ethan. Okay, so Ethan... I'm having this moment with Ethan, because all these people are like...
Be careful what you say now.
What?
Are you going to be a sympathizer?
No.
Okay.
Ethan, everything, the criticism around Ethan gives me hemorrhoids, I swear to God. Because everyone's calling Olivia a liar, and it's, like, so triggering, and, like...
She's not. I've known since the beginning that Olivia was creating a safe space for a reason. And then when all of that came out about how Kim had treated her when she was like 13, like, come on, you guys.
That's why
how much more do you need?
It's so when I've done content about the Plath, there's just so many comments, like over and over and over.
Yeah.
Where people are just so nasty and rude and everything. Plus with me, I don't really, other than Sister Wives, most of the people I follow, like, I want to get you guys the gist. But I don't want to build an empire off of, like, this one thing. Like, I think we could just, like, spread it out. You know what I mean? I think you do that, too.
I do, too. Because I talk about different TV shows, and then I talk about politics, and then I talk about the LGBTQ news.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I talk about a lot of things.
Micah's girlfriend, isn't that Veronica? That's the one? No.
Yeah.
Or is that Tegan?
Yeah, that's Veronica.
Tegan. Okay, so first, Tegan and Ethan broke up. I promise you they broke up. She posted these pictures of her in, like, a red dress with, like, Historyinsixtie. But no, yesterday she had posted a picture of her going to a concert.
Yeah.
In this, like, red dress with, like, this red veil. And I was like, oh, they broke up. It was before the announcement, right? And then when it comes to Micah's girlfriend, or they've broken up since...
Oh, they broke up a long time ago.
Yeah, but with Veronica, she's mean as hell, dude. Like,
yep.
I think you can be mean and, like, attacked at the same time. However, watching her and seeing her responses to people and the way that she's been talking to people, I think that her and Micah were a pretty good pair. She might even be meaner than he is. And I think that she saw that Olivia got the bad... Olivia, a lot of people believe that Olivia was edited badly because she was.
Yeah. Olivia was edited bad. I've had conversations with Olivia, and she's a very sound mind, level-headed, knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I think that Veronica saw that, and I do see some calculation there that she thought, oh, well, everyone believes this about Olivia, and everyone loves her. So I'm going to say that I'm getting a shitty edit because she knew that she was being a shitty person.
Yeah. But and I'm very honest because Veronica and myself have had conversations as well, and you know, I was very careful because I don't know you yet. I haven't seen the real you. I haven't seen it. And I'm calling it out absolutely on my content and like, hey, you could definitely use work here.
Yeah.
You got to take a look at this behavior and see how you can change it because a lot of it for her is anger and panic.
Well, and
she's living in it. She's living in that bubble.
Where she's at right now, though, she's still living in the anger and panic currently because the problem with it is that
because she knew that she was going to get backlash on social media.
If you go to her Instagram comments, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, she knew that she's living.
She doubled down. People like one of them that I read was someone was like, why would you test Ethan or Lydia's partner like that? Like, why would you do that?
They said that too, double down. Oh,
she did, yeah. And the comment was awful. She was like, my family would have done the same thing because they care about me. So she doesn't think there's anything wrong with literally torturing your family member's new partner for fun. Yeah. Yeah. And she posted that about 2 weeks ago. So I have a little hard time.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I think you can be injured and the person injuring people at the same time. Yes. But I definitely don't see her the same way I see Olivia. No. Like, Olivia seems like genuinely nice, you know?
Yes.
Lydia did not deserve that. That was crazy.
No. And why? What in their right mind? Ethan is acting like just a 5-year-old. I swear. Like this whole, I don't like him. I have this video I'm going to make. I keep forgetting to do it because I'm going to do like the ghost hunter thing. Yeah. And they're like, a ghost. And he's like, I don't like him. And it's from the sound box.
Ethan is a guy that I'm not even kidding. Like, and it takes a lot for me to say someone is like genuinely terrifying. And Ethan is scary. He's gonna hurt somebody.
Yes,
he's already hurt people.
I think,
but he's gonna hurt someone worse.
I think Olivia was capable of stopping him before that we know of. We don't know the whole story, and I know she hasn't shared it. But I think she was capable of stopping him before it got physical.
Oh, you're asking about Historyinsixtie. Hi.
Historyinsixtie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her documentaries. Yeah, Olivia hasn't really changed a lot. And yeah, I just don't, and also too, I do think that Ethan has a very complicated set of feelings about his sister, Lydia. And I think that is a problem. And it was giving Josh Duggar, and honestly, you have to remember, Josh Duggar and his family would still be on air if there hadn't been that police report. So if something bad had happened, we wouldn't know.
Even though they were notified, things were happening.
Yeah, like
or had happened. Yeah.
But yeah, so I just don't like the Plath family, but that's also why I've never watched them. They creep me the fuck out. Like, worse than the Plaths have creeped me out, probably worse than the Duggars did back in the day. I mean, now that's different, but...
Yeah, I watched it from the beginning because my mom's like, check this out. And then,
oh yeah, I'm in the Ruby Frankie HBO doc. Did you know that?
Wait.
I'm not in it. Like, there's the video they chose, I'm thankful for the exposure, but what the fuck?
I'm trying to remember now which one. I probably did notice it because I saw you in a couple of things and I was like, oh, the new one.
So this is, I think I've been in like 3 now. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, no, the one they picked, I was so pissed off. No, they don't tell you. It's public. They don't have to. It was right after I had my teeth done. Right? Because these are dentures.
Oh.
So I had my teeth pulled out, so I was still like really swollen.
Oh.
And you know when I'm like saying someone's lying and I do that thing and I'm like,
yeah.
And I like put my face, that's the
So they stop it there.
So I'm like swollen, no makeup, like, thank you, HBO. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I do. Okay. I secretly, you probably do this too, but you know when you're picking your screen that's going to be your freeze screen for your video? So I'll do like really nice things for people I like. So Olivia, I'll find a very beautiful picture. And then like Ethan, I'll try to find him like,
yeah,
I'm a turd.
Yeah. No, it's true. Well, but that's why all of mine, like if you go and look at mine, it's always me just like, like that's all of mine.
As you're scrolling through.
Because I'm so serious. But like, dude, honestly, like I'm so tired of being serious all the time. I'm not a serious person. That's what, like, I think most people when they meet me, like, I've had people tell me they're like afraid to talk to me because I seem intimidating in person. I am not a serious person. I know I'm always talking about this like super serious shit, but I'm not. Like, I'm the person who's gonna run up behind you and like give you a little gooseberry on your butt and be like, rah! You know what I mean? Like, I'm not serious.
I mean,
like
that's okay, but what if it were the other way?
I'd probably slap you.
You know that.
Yeah, I'd probably slap you.
Yeah.
I have trauma.
Wait, do you think Kim did the show to leave Barry? Yes.
Maybe.
That's a good
I don't know that much about them, honestly. That's
a nice thought.
Like, I can give opinions on Sister Wives with the Platts. I know very little about them.
It is, well, it's one of those things where they first started and all of the family was like, we love being this, except for Mariah. And she's like, I hate it here. None of these people are like me.
Yeah, I cried the other day to remember Princess Diana, and I wore my Diana shirt and snuggled my Beanie Baby.
Oh.
She's my queen.
I don't even think about it.
She died in August. It was the 27th.
Oh.
Yeah. It was the anniversary. And how many years was it now?
20?
Oh, God. No, she died in 1997.
Oh, God. 28 years.
But yeah.
28 years.
I love that you remember that. 8/31. Thank you. I couldn't remember if it was 27th or the 31st.
Oh.
I love her.
So old. I love her. Old.
Oh, I love her so much. No, dude, when Princess Diana died, I was like not okay. I think, really? God, what, 97? I was 11?
I was in my numb era, so I didn't give a shit at all.
I was devastated because, like, honestly, I formed VPD, whatever. I formed extreme attachments to characters and media. and stuff like that. Because, oh my God, cue the violin. No one at home loved me. So stupid. I know, exactly. Yeah, no, like I formed personal attachments to people. Like, it's like the original parasocial behavior, right?
Okay. That's
Devastated.
interesting. That's interesting.
Devastated.
As a child, I never had attachments, or I guess at any point, to TV people until I did, but I actively speak to them, so that's different now. Now it's different.
Yeah.
Now they're actually people.
Yeah. Well, that's what people don't understand about doing this. That's weird is it's like, I think the content creators that are the meanest are the ones who have really had like no interaction with the people they're talking about.
Yeah.
Or any kind of like serious legitimate trauma, or the trauma turned them into someone who was like a little grumpy or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, some of the empathy out there, like that I Carumba TLC, that pissed me off so bad. Like, I even commented from my creeper, like,
yeah.
Don't tell anyone. But I commented from my creeper and was like, I can't believe you blocked her. Like, what is wrong with you? And then she blocked my creeper, but
yeah.
I just don't see how people can be so, or like, Without a Crystal Ball, who requested the freaking lapel cams of Garrison's passing. What is wrong with you, you psycho? And like, I don't call people that lightly. Like, I don't mean that as like she has a verifiable mental illness, because she probably does. But I mean like literally like in the derogatory. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, yeah.
That is insane.
I don't get that, but I think that is too. But also, I did the TV content because, number one, I did my first video because Robin Brown was lying about Christine during that whole breakup thing. And I was like, I know that's a lie and I can show you. And that's how I became known for my receipts. But when I made that and all of these interactions, discussions about the relationship started happening, my therapist was like, you should keep doing this.
Yeah.
This is now your assignment. Each week, I want you to tell me what you learned about relationships from your content. And I was like, oh, so.
Well, that's one of the things that, like, that's honestly a huge part of why I do my content the way that I do is because I don't think people realize how much you can use reality TV and media to inform and educate about relationship dynamics, and even just the fact that, hey, this isn't really how this really works. This is what was probably going on behind the scenes, that sort of thing.
Right.
People really don't give, even though it is edited, even the way it's edited tells you shit about society.
Right.
Like, it's so interesting.
Right. To edit it to make people look horrible when they may not be, or make people look good when they may be horrible.
Or to watch people blame the edit when literally, like, you literally said that. I watched you say that. No matter what context you said that in, it was bad.
That was what Angela Dean would do to me all the time. She's like, you didn't see the full video. I'm like, I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I don't have to.
Well, and Christine and Cody, I think that was really helpful for a lot of people. A lot of people. And I think Mary was too.
Yep.
And Janelle, Janelle was always, I think the way that the public views her as the strong, like, independent, whatever.
The Teflon Queen.
Like the Teflon Queen. I think maybe her leaving wasn't as impactful, but I think everyone kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Well, the roll-offs, that's a whole other thing. The roll-offs disgust me. Let me tell you.
I stopped watching them when the youngest graduated high school, I think. So it's been a few years.
I'm Historyinsixtie. Hi. I have a TikTok. You can go find it. And it's an IE at the end. But we know each other because of content, and then I started following her when she was with her ex-girlfriend with, like, blonde hair because I thought it was cute, and then that didn't work out.
Blonde hair was not that cute. Nor was the purple, nor was the blue.
I know. I was just like, you guys were, like, super cute little relationship or whatever, but that's the thing about it. You're watching it on social media, so it was bullshit.
You don't see everything behind the scenes. Yeah.
Thank God, because
that's a thing.
That would be a whole nother website.
I have committed myself since then to be very real on social media. And that was like a big catalyst for me. I can't pretend to be somebody else anymore. I can't pretend to be happy all the time. Yeah. I can't pretend. But also, like, what was I showing people? I was being one of these plastic people that puts all these happy family pictures on Facebook and then divorces the next day. So I'm like, I can't do that. And I don't have all of my people on social media. If you're on social media, you can be on my social media. That's how it works now. Yeah.
I had a mental breakdown in 2018. towards the end.
Yeah.
And so I decided to ghost my entire life. And now it's been like 7 years, so it feels weird to message an old friend and be like, hey, remember that one time I broke your heart and I was your best friend and like the center of your world, and then I just fucking disappeared for 7 years? You want to go have lunch? I tried that once. It did not work out. Yeah.
But yeah. People can change.
I needed to, honestly. I still don't regret it. Like, I miss everybody, and I think it was great. And like a few people welcomed me back with open arms, like especially in like the burlesque community, and the LGBTQIA community and stuff like that. But there's like certain people who are just like, I can't, like, because I hurt their feelings though. Like, I hurt them, so that's totally, I think that's a really fair thing.
Well,
like,
within
I wouldn't want me back either.
Burlesque and LGBTQ are usually synonymous.
Yeah.
But, within that community, the reason why you're typically welcome back is because we get it. We've been through struggles our life, so we get that you're going to have times when you're like, I'm going to be a douchebag because the world just sucks today.
Well,
period,
it was when I got, it was right after I got diagnosed with BPD, and I was really trying to figure everything out, and having like, that's why I stopped dating, and why now it's just like a habit not to date. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense for me. Because I go through and I chat with people and I'm like, but do I want to leave the house?
Well, it's terrifying too. What if, like, because especially for me, what if I meet someone and I like them, and then the next thing I know, I'm obsessed with them and I fucking blow up my entire life because I got caught up.
Well, so here's what you need to understand. You now have a Lee in your world who is really good about being honest about things I see.
I'm driving to Canada to see this really hot dude.
Yeah. Yep. And I'd be the one to say, whoa, wait a minute. How many FaceTime dates have you had?
Yeah.
Like,
maybe when my kids grow up, I'll try it again. But I mean, and that's not that long. My son's going to be 18 in 5 years. That's really not a long time. You know.
Let me just tell you, you don't want to wait till the water runs dry.
I know. They have a cream for that?
No,
thank you.
Benadryl.
You know what? Actually, that is the right cream for that. You just enough, and you're going to be asleep. You do whatever you want.
Cure that itch.
Oh, for real.
You know, I live in Albuquerque when I have itch cream laying around.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that's unfair now, though, because Anna Nicole. So my daughter's name, daughter's dog's name is Gigi Nicole Smith and Coco Nicole Smith.
Okay.
Like, we are an Anna Nicole Smith family. I'm about to be on the other side of that, and I do not appreciate it. What, I'm supposed to be the rich old one? What the?
You're going to be on the other side of the Anna Nicole Smith?
Yeah, I'm going to have to... Oh, sorry, I kicked you. I'm going to have to be the rich old one now.
Ow! She's the rich one. I'm gonna sue you now.
But I'm not rich, and I'm not old enough, so I'm in this, like, weird limbo. What even is my fucking life? You know?
You're going to, in 5 years, when you start dating, I guess you're going to...
Yeah, 5 years.
Dip in the whole...
You know, I've never even been on a dating app.
Really?
Literally never.
Oh my God.
I did Match.com when I was in my early 20s.
That's on being able to date multiple genders.
Yeah, I've never been on a dating app.
Because being a lesbian, that's the only... You can't just see people out in the wild. If I saw you out in the wild, I would never approach you.
Well, last time I dated, though, was before those were a big thing.
Oh, wow.
Because I was married for about 10 or 11 years. And then I met the dude that I dated right after. We started dating 2 weeks after I got separated.
Okay.
And then he and I dated for, we dated officially for 8 months and then went back and forth for about 2 years after that. And that ended in 2020-ish, 2019. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Wow.
That was it. So I've never been, and I wasn't interested. So I've never even downloaded like anything.
Wow, I'm jealous. I wish I didn't have to do that.
Well, that's why I love y'all's videos, because like it's not shared trauma, so it's funnier.
It is. I don't know if my mom is in here, but it has helped her see a lot of the things that I would say was lesbian life, and she's like, "Oh,
well, I hear so many horrible things that honestly, even if I did go back to dating, I probably would not do it on apps. But that's the thing is like, how do you even nowadays? Like, I've noticed like. It's not socially appropriate to talk to someone at the grocery store or anything, which I kind of agree with. You're like, I'm here grocery shopping or I'm with my kid or whatever.
I mean,
but
I would sometimes I would like to be able to feel open to say, hey, you seem cool. And then that be it. Not sit here and talk while your ice cream is melting in the shopping cart, but just have a 2-second, you seem cool. What's your social? Thank you. Talk to you later. Right? But that's never.
It's not shared trauma, so it's funnier. That is
but
not
I
very well with me.
have this another creator on here, Maddie. She comes into New Mexico sometimes. Somebody she's dating is here, but she made this video that I countered a long time ago before I was making TV videos. But she was like, "Why don't the masked lesbians just come and approach us? Just come and approach us." And I'm like, because it wasn't safe. It was never safe for me to do that.
Well, yeah.
And
but
even
also
at a lesbian bar, we couldn't do it because there was a lot of straight women. I tried that when I was young, and they go, "Ew, I'm straight."
Okay, but you're in a gay bar.
Yeah.
I don't know what
here. You're here. That's why I get really pissed off about women's safe spaces. You took our safe spaces away a long time ago.
That's funny.
As soon as we opened them, you took them away.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That is, I don't really, I don't know. I'm so out of touch with the dating scene. It sounds like, that's the thing though, is that like also too, like unsafe for me, because I go hit on a masked girl and her lipstick runs out of the freaking aisle and tackles me and hits me. Because that's the dangerous part right there.
What?
The lipstick lesbians who are with a mask.
Oh.
She's mean.
Okay.
She's feisty. She will climb up you. She doesn't care. Because she's this tall.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care. And that's her mask.
You can tell I'm not very tough because I'm taller than that.
Fair. I know, right? Are you taller than me? How tall are you?
Yes. 5'6".
5'6"? Oh, I'm 5'4".
Yeah.
2 inches.
2 inches. Look, 2 inches could do a lot.
Is it a man 2 inches or is it a real 2 inches?
It's a real 2 inches.
Real 2 inches. Okay.
Yes.
Girl math.
My ex was like 6 inches taller than me, but man inches probably like 36 inches.
Oh, yeah. That's how that math works.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, when I've been in gay bars, for the most part, I've been there working. So, like, because I used to, like, Sidewinders. Mm-hmm. Have you been there? There's Sidewinders and Soch here in Albuquerque, which are the two, like, primary kind of gay clubs.
But the social club, you have to be a part of the club, don't you?
Not if you're performing.
So you.
But if you're part of the club, then yeah. But so I used to perform at those places, and so I spent most of my time in those spaces as a performer, and I got hit on like a couple times, but it was mostly by, believe it or not, straight men. Mm-hmm. Within that space, because they knew there was like a burlesque show or whatever. But I'm Historyinsixtie. I do a lot of sister wives stuff. Why am I yelling at you? Why am I fucking yelling at you? You can hear me.
Yeah, can you guys hear her? Can you hear her? You probably can't hear me.
But yeah.
So Mike's going, oh, that one's... I'm just kidding.
Sidewinders moved, actually. They were on Wyoming and Central, and they moved down, further down Central, and now they serve food and stuff. So you can get dinner and a show.
I haven't been to a show.
They have good shows. That's actually where I got my start a lot when I started doing burlesque, because I was already a professional cosplayer. Mm-hmm. But when I started doing burlesque, I wasn't very good at it. And so I got most of my practice on the stage at Sidewinders.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They even let me run a show once. It was a miserable, disappointing failure because I didn't do the work I should have. But it was still sweet that they let me do that.
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah, so that my interaction in those spaces was different.
Any good suggestions in Phoenix? I don't know places in Phoenix.
I don't either. I haven't been to Phoenix since I was like 14.
I went because I went to Flagstaff from Phoenix. Well, Tempe, you know.
Well, that was the nice part about doing burlesque in those bars is it felt, because I obviously I grew and did it other places, and those were the only places I ever felt safe doing it.
Oh, you always had the gay guys buying you drink. Me too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. When I was in San Francisco, after my breakup, I went to go see my friend. They're like, come here. We're going to show you a good time. Drink all your tears away. And I'm like, great. I drank my tears away. I don't remember it, but apparently I had a lot of new boyfriends that night.
You know what? Good for you.
They all called me darling.
But see, that's what I'm saying is you could get totally wasted and you were still safe.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And whereas the reason why I did that is because it wasn't safe doing that with, yeah.
No, well, that's what was so nice. And also to that community, I mean, through my divorce and all of that stuff, they were just so amazing to me and everything. And yes, I'm part of the community. But I mean, you know, I'm pansexual. So people are like, oh, my daughter, I love her. She's like bi, I guess is what she identifies as. But when I told her I was pan, she's like, no, you're not. You're just confused. And I was like, oh my God, child, what the hell?
Wow, what are you, a 75-year-old woman right now?
I said again, I was like, remember when you came out? Let's do that. Let's do that.
Like,
have a thing. So funny. My 18-year-old's like, no. And I was like, girl, sit down. Like, I showed you how to handle this, okay?
I have to say, I didn't really understand the need for the label pansexual until I dated one.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, because it really is different. I don't want to get into detail, but it really is a different experience because there's not a focus on the parts.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. My thing, and you could almost say I'm almost demi too. I really don't care. I like people, and I like your personality, and I like who you are, and that's a big thing to me. So it's really not. It's what is that from Schitt's Creek? It's the it's not the wine, it's not the label, it's the wine.
Okay.
I enjoy people for who they are, and that's the thing. That rarely comes like with the gender. You know what I mean?
The difference between pan and bi. This is what we're talking about. So, so bi is more focused on the, I don't want to say the wrong words on TikTok.
It's hard to explain,
the measuality of it, whereas somebody who's pan is more focused on the personality of it, or the chemistry in a loving way, I don't want to downplay bi people though, because
because I don't want to get into any bi erasure, because that's valid as well. But I'm also very weird though, like even over these last several years, like I don't date and it doesn't really bother me at all, and I don't get like, I mean, I have my alone time with my own things, because honestly, like 5 minutes by myself, if that, or 20 minutes and I gotta pay for dinner, I don't know, I sound like a toxic dude. Oh my God, it's bad. But but I don't miss it.
You want to hear about me sounding like a toxic dude? Well, no, it's a lesbian thing. So me back in the day, and when I was dating a lot, and when I would go on a date with a femme woman, which I would date any type of woman, but they would be like, "You get the check, right?" And I'd be like, "Why do I have to pay the check? Every time I go on a date, I have to pay the check." Well, because you're the manly one. And I'm like, nah, bruh.
Yeah,
and what really pissed me off, though, is because of the pay discrepancy. And that's why men would pay for dates and women wouldn't, because the whole pay thing. Well, these women made more than me because as a lesbian, I had a hard time getting jobs that were good paying. So now you're telling me, as someone who makes more money, because I was going out with attorneys and politicians and, professional people. And I'm like, why am I paying?
I actually think it's okay to scale it on that. I definitely don't think it should be based in gender roles. That's my thing is like I've paid for dinner.
I'm not a gender role either.
But I had, so years and years ago, I was kind of talking to this guy. I don't count him as dating because it was when I was in my real crazy phase and I was bouncing between a couple dudes or whatever. But we had gone out and we had discussed the fact I made a lot more than him. I usually make more than the dudes I was with, except for like my ex-husband. He made a lot more than me, and I was a housewife. But so I told this guy, how much I made or whatever, and then I had paid for dinner one night, and he didn't ghost me, but when you can tell there's like been an energy change, but they won't admit it. And this happened, and I was like, what the hell, what's going on? And he finally told me that it was intimidating to him that I paid for dinner and made more money than he did. I was like, oh, cool. So I don't want to talk to you ever again.
Yep.
It was crazy.
I had a friend go through that like a year and a half ago with this guy that she was dating. She's in her 30s. She's an attorney. She doesn't make a lot. She's a county attorney, right? But still, she has a house and a car. You know what I mean?
This feels like the Zach and Cody Hannah Montana episode.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was funny.
But then she starts dating this guy in his 20s who's like in construction. And he's getting upset at her because, she makes more money. He's like, have you considered a job change, a career change, and like trying to change all this stuff about her? And she's like,
meet them. And
why don't you just date somebody who does what you want them to do?
Oh, no, he went on
that.
No, this guy went on to say that my jaw was too sharp and I can't have children. And I'm like, I don't really have a sharp jaw, but it's too pronounced for him.
Trying to say that you're trans because you're...
No, actually, it wasn't even that. It was that he wanted to have children and I couldn't have children. And I was like, did you ever ask me even if I could, if I wanted to? Because there's a reason I'm sterile. Like, hello. But yeah, so he came up with all this stuff, and I was like, so, you know, it's that's what's so hard about dating and all of that stuff. Like, no, he took himself. I was like, I don't ever want to, because he messaged me like 2 years ago.
Take the trash out.
No, he messaged me like 2 years ago and was like, I was just thinking about you. I have never had an ex that doesn't come back around a little while later, no matter what they did.
How long did you date him?
I like, we went out on like 3 days.
So he was drunk and desperate one night and going through his entire contact list of the women that he's had 3 dates with.
So he had a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. And that was a huge part of it. Plus, he was another cosplayer, and he did a Ghost Rider that was like really good. Okay.
Wait, Ghost Rider or Ghost Rider? Okay.
And so I can't be trusted in certain situations. And motorcycles, I don't.
Motorcycles?
Yeah.
I sold mine.
My ex was in a biker gang.
I don't have mine anymore.
That was a whole story too.
Oh, I dated a gal in a biker gang. It was really weird politics.
It was bad. Yeah. 1%. Really yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, 1%?
1%, yeah. I didn't know what that was when we started getting into it, and then I realized...
That's worse than the 3%.
Oh, it's real bad. It's real bad.
Yeah.
All the rules and stuff, and I was like, why can't I walk... Like, so you can't go anywhere by yourself because it's dangerous, right? And so I asked one time, why is it dangerous for me to walk around in a room full of your friends? Yeah, I got in trouble.
That's enough right there.
I got in trouble because I was an old lady asking questions.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm 50.
Oh, I'm 39.
I'll be 51 in a few days.
I'm 39. I just turned 39, actually.
Really?
So 1%ers are like the outlaw biker clubs. 3%ers are still outlaws, but they don't go like... as far with everything. 1%ers are like the worst of the worst. Think of like the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
That's what
Worse
these
than
people...
them.
Yeah. That's what these people wanted to be. They hung out with the Banditos, which is a 1%er motorcycle gang. They were a support club for them. What do you call it? And they were called Disowned, but the group has since disbanded because the leader died. Yeah. So it was really bad, but I got kicked out. And my ex-boyfriend got kicked out.
Because you couldn't comply.
Well, there was, I actually pulled some shit, so I got kicked out because of my behavior. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That should tell you something about my mental state at that time. But yeah, I was like drinking a lot and being a real problem and stuff. And then he was like hardcore narcissist and very emotionally abusive. So I had,
yeah. It was good.
Had some problems. But that was the other thing though, is that's the thing. No. This was a small group, and they didn't get very far before the leader passed away. However, I do want to point out the leader of Disowned was actually a really good guy. He was a really sweet guy, just kind of at a misplaced place. And most of the people that we were in our immediate club were decent people. Now, when it came to the Banditos and this other support clubs, no, not at all. However, the people I was around weren't all bad. Yeah. They were just really messed up. And
these groups, I mean, we're typically they're just gangs, right? Not just, but they target people who are outside of the fold, and they target people who are looking for community, and just the same as churches do this too.
Dude, I didn't even know I was in gang. I had no idea.
Yeah, but you were finding, you found, you were dating somebody who found community.
Well, yeah, right? and it was like, yeah, you get brought in. I was going through a divorce. I didn't have my kids all the time because I had shared custody with my ex-husband. So I had all this time to myself. All of a sudden, my life was changing. I was back to work. I had been pretty much a trad wife for several years. Yeah. So it was very all this meeting of really bad circumstances. So that's what I don't know. That's too why I can understand certain things and stuff. Because I mean, being in a biker club, like a 1%er biker club, is very similar to being in a cult. You have to do what they say, and if you don't, you're going to get kicked out. And when you do get kicked out, no one talks to you ever again. Even if they were your best friend yesterday, they will never speak to you again. Yeah. I still can't speak to these people, right? Even though they're out.
So, and here's the difference between those groups, and this is where I get really frustrated with the detransitioners content and things like that, is because they say that LGBTQ has pulled me in and has told me I need to be this and I need to be that. And I'm like, no, those are just bad friends. Yeah. Because LGBTQ isn't about that. That what she just described about...
There's bad people everywhere.
Yeah, there's bad people everywhere. But what she just described of, you do this, you're out of the community. LGBTQ doesn't do that. Exactly. There's one thing that gets you barred from the community, and that's harm against children.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, what do you call it? What do you mean observing groups and the outcomes? I don't know if I'm clear on what you're asking.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Oh, go ahead.
And I'll do it downstairs. Do you want a water or anything?
That would be great, actually, please.
Do you like sparkling or still?
Sparkling, actually.
I have a fancy sparkling.
I'm good with that. Thank you. Oh my God, now that it's just us, do you guys want to talk some shit? No, I'm just kidding.
Tell them what you really think of me.
Oh my God, she's gone. Let's talk. If you don't know who I am, I'm Historyinsixtie though. So LGBTQIA plus, there's a lot. It's a very long thing. Not to mention if you're going by like the new flag or whatever, it got included BIPOC people and like stuff like that. So you got a lot of stuff going out, but yeah. Oh, see, I get the cool glasses. See. This is like, what did they used to call it back in the day? Like, this is a TikTok takeover for the next. Just going to the bathroom, getting me water. I think 5 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to like push, anything.
You don't want to push anything?
Right. I don't want to make you feel like you have to pee faster. Is what I'm saying. Because I'm like, oh well, she'll be back in 5 minutes. But then what if it takes longer? And then you're embarrassed.
No. Yeah. That's a really big load.
Trying to be thoughtful. You're not a man though, so you're not gonna like disappear. Thank you. I don't feel it right now. I'm having a weird time in life. But yeah, dude, okay, so I finished Christine's book though. That was the other thing we were talking about. I finished Christine's book and yeah, the thing about it, here's my thing. Hi Paula, I'm on Lee's account right now. She'll be back in a minute. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. I liked it, but the only thing that I would say is I think it's worth it if you're a fan of the show. I think it's worth it if you're a fan of the show. As far as the way that it is written and the way that it's together, as far as say it was an autobiography that I was comparing to other autobiographies that are of note within no, it's not, I mean, it's an autobiography of someone on a reality show. So it was good. I liked it. But just, I did find some parts a little boring. I had to switch to the audiobook. And a lot of the stuff, she did mention Garrison, the last chapter, beware of that. Yeah, I didn't know that Truly had surgery when all the kidney stuff happened. They left a lot. But what did strike me is how much was lied about. There's a lot of shit that they lied about. For instance, like Cody's Lexus. So they've given 3 excuses now. So what she said was, so when they got, yeah, it's not very deep. It really isn't. There are certain things that go there, but not very much. So with Cody's Lexus in the beginning, remember all the wives are driving these total cracker box kind of cars, you know what I mean? They don't have, Janelle's car back in the day, it had the window taped shut, right? And like Janelle, Christine's car made like, because it was a belt. If your car's making that sound, it's a belt. Just replace the belt. It won't make that noise anymore. But they had said that first that Cody had gotten it as a bonus from work. Then on a show, on an interview, they had said that they bought it for cheap. And they bought it for cheap on, because it was like a 7-8-year-old Lexus, blah, 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 blah. And in the book, they took their first TLC money to buy it. So basically, the way that it's put is they took the TLC money and paid up their bills, bought necessities, they caught up on food because they had a lot of food insecurity. And then Cody bought a Lexus. That priority pissed me off so bad. Like, you're saying you guys, yeah, he had the car on that first episode because, that's one thing you do find out in the book that, car, that first episode was not actually the pilot. There was another pilot that was,
it was a documentary. I watched it. I remember it.
Yeah. So by the time the first episode, thank you, ma'am. Yeah. The first episode came out, they already had gotten their money from like from certain things, right? And so my thing is that, so you have food insecurity and you're having to use this money to literally buy groceries for your children and you buy a fucking Lexus?
Right.
What a piece of crap.
Well, and not to mention there were so many things that they were asking for that were not big ass.
A tiny diamond in her ring.
No.
Did you get to that part?
No.
Okay, so this other part, this just made me hate Cody. I'm going to be real. And I already hate him. So it's kind of one of those things. I was saying this earlier, like it does get hard to like follow this stuff now because like he literally makes me angry, like to a point that is like sometimes not healthy.
He is so selfish.
Like I was doing a rewatch this morning, and literally my daughter walks in and she's like, why are you yelling?
So you're literally yelling.
Yeah, well, I'm rewatching season 17.
See, and I'm rewatching the 9, 10, 11 era with the catfishing.
Yeah. So they do have to have mega stock of food for their religion. They have to prep because of the end of the world. And she did admit that. She admitted that she was in a cult.
But the end of the world... Yeah. So in the beginning, too, she talked about that. And she said that, number one, they were teaching her the world is going to end when you're 15. Because they knew the date. But you also had to learn to be a really good wife and not go to college. And she's like, why are we planning out my life when the end of the world is happening anyway?
So that's another issue I had. And this is about Christine and her own view. And I get it. It's her dad and she loves him very much. So I understand. But the description of her dad too, like she describes her dad as being this amazing, wonderful man. And I'm not saying that he's not maybe a good guy. I don't know. Her mom left for a reason. And that's kind of my thing. So, but then when it comes to her dad, the confusion and religious trauma. So basically she goes to her dad and she's like, well, I'm not going to, like you just said, I'm not going to go to college because the apocalypse is going to happen when I'm 15, blah, 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 blah. And he tells her, oh, honey, who told you that? The women at the church you fucking take her to?
That your father created?
That your dad created? And then she acknowledges he believes in the end time scripture. He believes that that's going to happen. But then she's like, oh, but he's the greatest man. And so I know that I understand the psychology. It's her dad, and she's not fully healed. And he's also very old. He's probably not going to be here very much longer. He was barely walking into that wedding, you know. But that parts like that I didn't love. I'm so over them trying to romanticize polygamy in this way. Now, I'm not saying polyamory can't work because polyfamily was just unfair to the polyamorous community.
They picked the wrong family.
I was not okay. But like for me personally, like I just enough. These are not good men.
No.
Like I'm not saying that maybe some of them don't have good traits, but at the end of the day, they want to be in charge and controlling a bunch of women. They don't care if those women are happy or not. They tell them to keep sweet. They treat them terribly. Like, I think one of the best things about this book was Cody being described exactly out as he is. It's not that Cody is horrible. I'm not saying Cody's not horrible, but within the polygamous community, he's very normal, and he's actually one of the good ones.
Yes.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, that's what they thought about him coming in, was like, oh my gosh, somebody good that's not going to torture us in these different ways. Yeah.
Exactly. And so the thing about it is that like within his community, he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. You know, even though now there's been other stuff and he's an abandoner and stuff like that. But it never comes up that all the other things he's done to these people, how he's treated his kids, or the fact that all of them, demand subservience. Right. And like with like with him, he wasn't even coming around.
Well, yeah, like he tried to make it sound like everybody had this way in with the family, when really he would just knock everything down that they would bring up. And then when Christine left, his whole thing was, well, now I need to rule with patriarchy. And it's like, I mean, you pretended you didn't before, but really you did.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's the thing, is that is what they signed up for. I'm not going to say that isn't, because it is. That's what it is. It's a patriarchal, horrible religion. I mean, fine, well, it isn't really.
Bend your will into mine.
Exactly. And like, I've read The Law of Sarah and all that, but no, someone commented, they were like, reading the history, you told no lies. Dude, I'm telling you, all this crazy stuff I've been saying for like 4 or 5 years, telling you what they're telling you is not true. This is actually what happened. See? Told you. Like, not that nobody believed me. Everyone was like, oh my God, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, dude. So it was weird for me to watch her make her dad and her grandpa out to be great guys. Like, her grandpa, one of the women that he married, he saw her in a field and thought she was hot. So he stopped to talk to her. And she said, I'm not interested. So he stopped in that field every day for months and then convinced her dad to give her to him.
Without her agreeing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's not even talk about Leona, who left him to marry her brother.
No.
Glamnetic, I just got them. They're so cute, aren't they? They're press-ons.
Mine are Lee.
They got a little ghost. Yeah, hers
you
are
have
Lee.
Press-on, I have Lee.
These could be Lee. You remember Lee press-on?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck world. Got my Lee press-on nails going out.
Oh
Seriously.
my gosh.
Hashtag old people.
I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old. You're still young yet. You're still young.
Well, that's what. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. What is that?
Exactly. And the FLDS and the AUB and stuff like that. Even in the book, Christine tries to make a distinction, but here's the thing.
Yeah, what is the real difference other than where they live and what they wear?
Well, there's a disconnect that I don't think that a lot of people are going to put together, because it's several chapters and like 100 pages apart, right? Mm-hmm. But basically, in the beginning, she says that there's like no incest and there's no child
Stuff
abuse or like anything like that in their group, and then she goes through it and chronicles incest, abuse, leaders hiding things, all of that stuff, and she says that's why she left the church and why she left religion. So it did end up being a thing, but. You know, it's just an interesting thing.
Is she saying that within the AUB or within the belief system?
Within the AUB.
Okay.
And she said that she also goes into it saying that it's not fair that all these negative stereotypes exist about polygamy. So here's the thing. First of all, stereotypes from a social justice standard, stereotypes are actually created by the dominant oppressive party, and they become a feature of the party that is being oppressed because that is expected of them. It's a social justice thing, right? Polygamy, simply, these are a bunch of upper class white people. They are not in that category. Period. This is not a civil rights issue. This is not the same as being gay. This is a choice. Do you know what I'm saying?
So when they say on Sister Wives, every time they say lifestyle, I'm like, yes, this is how you use the word. They are living the polygamous lifestyle.
They have chosen this lifestyle.
But gay, LGBT, that's not a lifestyle.
Exactly.
My life isn't different because of it.
Exactly.
Their life is different.
Exactly. And so this romanticizing of polygamy and of this, there's no stereotypes about them. That's just not how that works.
Right.
It's because of known long-term patterns of behavior. It's not a stereotype. If you go into any of these groups, I can pluck you out 3 or 4 people who have hurt a child or whatever. And what they want to say, though, too, and this is an argument that I've heard that blows my mind, and they really do use this argument. Well, every church has that. Yes, they do. And it's a problem.
That's
every church.
Can we talk about that? Exactly.
It's always a problem.
Yeah.
Blanket.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Any community where you have people who can hide within the guise of something else and look like they're good people can get in there and inch their way in. Is that girl who in the Mormon church in the 80s, I think it was, where the guy in the church, friend of the family, took the little girl, and ran across country with her, from Utah to California, and then tried to marry her. Huh?
That's a long way. It's not cross country.
It is.
But yeah, and then tried to marry. No, exactly. It's crazy.
But and he was hiding within the guise of the church, right? And that's what they do. And I get afraid of brother-sister programs because that's a good place to hide. Coaching, sports is a good place to hide. School teachers is a good place to hide. And it's everywhere. Yeah, LGBTQ is a community and not the same. Exactly. It's not the same.
Well, and the thing about them is that, like, even I always think back to the episode where the Dargers were there, and Joe Darger, that's a whole other rant that includes Big Love, and it's
the government,
Joe Darger thinks Big Love is about him because he's also a narcissist. I think you have to be a narcissist to be the head of one of these families. I don't think there's a way any man who actually gave a shit about anyone could be a polygamist.
Well, even if they weren't,
I don't think they can.
They became because their egos were fed all throughout the time. All of your needs are met, everything is, and you can't be wrong, technically, right? And so it teaches them to be, and I believe that, like the LDS faith, I mean, my ex was raised Mormon.
Yeah, still not directly.
And I had dated another gal who's Mormon, and of course my family members. And I know that the church teaches them that because you believe this, you are better than everyone else. Yeah. You are going to the celestial kingdom in the sky because this is the one true belief, and everybody else around here are just peons.
Well, it's like when they were meeting with the Dargers, and that was kind of part of it. And Joe Darger says, like, it's some kind of, like, he's comparing himself and saying they're doing a civil rights march or whatever, which was stupid. There was no reason to do that. But they're talking about it, and he's like, I know that we haven't always respected women's rights or gay rights or black rights. And he lists like every community and women's rights. And he's like, but now that we need something, maybe we should all work together.
Yeah.
He didn't say it exactly like that.
No, they were, Cody was making an undertone during that statement where they went to the march that LGBTQ should combine with them and we will be a bigger front. And I'm like, no, but I do. Here's the thing. I do believe that it should be legal for them to get married because, number one, they can't fake the system for benefits.
Yeah.
Number two, the women can leave and take something with them.
I think so too, but my thing about it is, and this is just from after having come off the Bateman case, and like seeing all of that stuff, which I'm going to make a video about that this week.
Yeah.
We need, yes, they should be able to get married, but also too, the other part of it is that Utah has to start caring about polygamy.
Yes.
And polygamists, because they don't. And that was another thing that was perpetuated a bit in Christine's book, was that Utah is somewhat against polygamy. Although the chapter, when she talked about that, the chapter is titled, It Felt So Real, about their Utah move. She didn't say it was real. She said it felt real. So I think that was an acknowledgement that it wasn't. It was real. We talked about this earlier.
It was dramatized it was real for her. Real. I don't know if it was real.
I don't think it was real for Cody.
I don't think it was real for Robin either.
No.
I think it was real for Christine because this was a childhood trauma.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think they were using that to feed in because they can get at least one person to buy in and panic to make it look like everybody else was buying in and panicking.
Her social shit is so weird. So the shirt, go to Historyinsixtie, go to my page, and like, you know the little shop link where it has like stuff that you've bought? It's in there. And it's, I have a bunch of stuff. If you guys ever really like my shirts and you see one in a video or anything, just go to that link. Anyway, but yeah, I think Cody played on them, and I think that she's aware of that from the way that it was titled. However, Utah does not care about polygamy. I just worked a case, right? And went to the hearing where there had been over 200 reports between the police, DCFS, just random people. The FLDS were calling the police. That's how bad it was. They're not allowed to call the police. They're not allowed to file lawsuits. They are not allowed to do any of that, but it was so bad that they started calling the police, right? The police did nothing, and when the police officer was asked on the stand, why didn't you do anything? He said because they had switched out the Short Creek Police Department in 2019, and they were still trying to facilitate a relationship with the community. And so they didn't want to do a polygamy bust because they felt like it would push everyone out again.
Yeah.
Sam Bateman was taking wives as young as 9 years old.
Yeah. So we want them to be public with their families because we want to be able to ensure that they're having proper families.
Exactly.
Because they're not going to stop doing it. This is a true belief system.
Exactly. They believe that. So Utah needs to take it seriously because that's a big part of this problem that people don't understand, that they do not understand. The state does not care. I don't know why they make rules about it.
No, polygamy should not be illegal. It does nothing to change this, making things illegal. And I'm going to say that about a lot of things. We have this tendency in our country to put people in prison for things that we don't think is right. Okay. Yeah. And the reason why we do that can be explained if you watch the 13th Amendment, the documentary.
Oh, that's such a good documentary. Oh my God.
Yes. Amazing documentary. So if you watch the 13th, you'll understand why that's a problem. The real fix that we need to do is to teach these young women that they do have a choice and they don't have to be here, and that there's other possibilities
the men don't.
To submit to God and to have a relationship with God outside of being married to these men.
Exactly. And so that's really, it's just such a like layered problem. Okay, so I do know a polygamous family that is loving and works. I do actually, yes. And it's a really beautiful family, and I'm not going to I think it's like shitty to lie about them, but for a lot of them, I was talking about this earlier, it's more of a care situation for a lot of them.
Yeah.
However, the head sister wife, the like first wife, well, she wasn't even the first wife. I think the first wife passed away. She was incredibly sweet with her sister wife. Her sister wife, she was bald. I think she has cancer or something like that. But I had met her whole family. Her son also has some pretty severe medical stuff going on. And it was so sweet because the sister wife came in and she didn't know me, and you could tell she was kind of medicated or something. And she just kind of was like staring at me, and I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Dava." You know, I was in their house. And I just said, hi, I'm Dava, you know, and I was talking to her a little bit, and the other sister wife comes in, and she's like, oh, she just came to look at our house and to say hi, and, you know, whatever. And she puts her arm on her, like, around her shoulder, kind of, but, you know, they can't have a lot of, like, really intimate contact or anything like that. And hands her her pill and a glass of water, and so she takes her pill, and then she, like, fixed her collar and, like, patted her on the head and told her that maybe she should go lay down for a little while. Like, it was really a beautiful, sweet moment.
Yeah.
It really, spending a lot of time with those people, or not a lot, moderate amounts of time, you view them differently. There is a lot more compassion, and I know that they've got a lot of shit. Like, they're in a cult. Like, it's really bad. They still have pictures of Warren Jeffs on the wall and call him Uncle Warren. But, you know, and it's if you have never walked into a house and just been confronted by a gigantic portrait of Warren Jeffs, and then he'll be in every room in the house. And it's crazy, but
like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Or like there was a little boy that I met, and this one was really hard because his mom was really uncomfortable. She didn't want to talk to me, but she's in jail now. So she went to jail because of the Bateman case.
So that's why she was uncomfortable.
She's in there for 3 years, but her little boy, they were living in a safe house, right? And her little boy, he's 5. He's just chilling. He's having a good time. So he thought I was the coolest person ever.
So he would have been like Christine. Life is good.
Yeah, exactly. And he's living in a safe house, 7 of them in an upstairs apartment. But he thought I was the coolest. And so, I'm Historyinsixtie. Hi, it's with an IE. But yeah, so we, excuse me. He came down and played with me. We played a bunch because I was there helping with some charity stuff and hung out a little bit and got to see like the safe house and all that stuff. And he played with me. We played wagons. We ran around the yard. We picked blackberries together. We ate some currants off of. It was just a little boy that I met. And his mom is in jail now because she was part of the Bateman group, and she didn't really talk to me. She didn't want to talk to me. Her kids did talk to me a little bit, but she is in jail for 3 years now because one of her children was given to Sam, and her daughter was 9 years old.
Oh.
They were planning to have more babies for Sam to marry.
At 9 years old.
At 9 years old. And her husband is, I don't want to give away who they are because I don't want the kid, but her husband is in jail for the rest of his life.
Good.
Because he gave his daughter as well.
And this is why it should be legalized, because if we give a part of validation to it, then maybe they'll want to follow the rules and stop. But
yeah.
But also the women and the girls will have that safety net, right?
Well, and these kids are safe because someone listened.
Yeah, because someone listened. But it's never, you're always going to have people who do stuff like this. Like we say, it's every community. And this just happens to be a community that lets those kind of people take a foot forward. And that's the problem. And
if you legalize...
we should never let our government do that, period.
Yeah, they're not the only group that did this. Although Sam, his tactics, I'm going to make a video about it, but there's certain things I can't. Or I won't. I don't know. I went to the trial, and honestly, dude, that shit was traumatizing. I ain't even lie. It was really hard to watch a 14-year-old girl talk about when she was married to Sam 5 years before that. That was heartbreaking. And talking to these girls. But someone who is also a charitable person who is like-minded and works with a lot of these through the charity was able to get this busted because the cops wouldn't do anything and sent information to the FBI. They've actually been blamed and said that they were part of it, which they weren't. There's a documentary coming out on Netflix in a few months, which I can't wait for it to come out so everyone can really hear about this. But yeah, it's just been I could just go on and on about the Bateman case, but it was really, it was just heartbreaking, but it creates such a weird dichotomy because the mom didn't really want to talk to me. I get it. She's in jail now. Her husband's in jail for the rest of his life.
She didn't want to say anything to hurt herself.
Yeah, but these kids were wonderful, but even I met one of the daughters that was, she was about 14 or 15 at the time, and you look at him and you want to start crying. No, he's in jail now. Sam's in jail.
So the 15-year-old is not married.
No, she's
not at all.
She's not
anybody.
She was.
Okay.
She was, yeah.
Oh, she was too.
Yeah. So it was several girls. It was several girls.
Oh my god.
It was, and several families. So it was just really
remember
hard.
the Tom Green documentary? Mm-hmm. And
I did videos about him a long time ago. Yeah.
He was like, and then he went on the we both
Judge
did.
Judy.
We both did all that, but he had the underage girl, and he went through all of these hoops to marry her.
From he's out now, isn't he?
To stay, and he's dead. He passed away.
Oh, he did, didn't he? I forgot about that. I haven't covered him in so long.
Not
that Tom Green. Yeah, that's what I titled the video.
Yeah, different Tom Green. Different Tom Green.
That's literally what I titled my series. Tom Green, not that Tom Green.
Tom Green, he's got other issues. Would you like to bet me?
Honestly, Tom Green is like a guilty crush.
I don't know much about his personality, though. I always say, where's my dinner bitch statue? When Jasper gets upset that I'm taking too long with his dinner, and he goes, "Rah, rah, rah," and I go, "Oh, do we need the where's my dinner bitch statue?"
I want to get a tattoo back here, and I saw someone had it years ago. It was a bad millennial. It said, "Daddy, do you want some sausage? Daddy, do you want some sausage?" Oh, that's so. I'm a millennial. It's not my fault.
That was from the movie.
Yeah. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Exactly. I saw someone, and it's a horrible tattoo. And I want it to be just like that. I want it to be absolutely disgustingly horrible and ugly. But yeah.
I need to find a realist person to do something.
I only do American tradition. Oh, no. You know what? I know one. So my guy who did this just did a tattoo on my daughter that is the coolest friggin' tattoo you've ever seen. And it is so realistic. His name's Doom Kitten. I'll send you his info.
Okay.
He's going to do, oh my God, he's going to do, so I'm
I want
to
do like a 50s realistic kind.
Oh no, he's really, really good. He's going to do, we're getting together to do, oh my God, why can't I remember his name right now?
George.
I hate having ADD. No, what's his name? With the eyes, in some of Adam Sandler's movies.
A guy from Adam Sandler movies?
Oh God, and he like is an actor, but he helped in 9/11. How do I not, dude? I am in love with
Adam
him.
Sandler, Steve Buscemi.
Thank you. Oh my God, how did I not remember that? I'm literally getting him tattooed on the back of my leg.
Oh my God, I love him.
And I'm gonna get the Steve Buscemi from what is it, from Billy Madison, where he's doing the lipstick and he has the list behind him.
Oh.
And so it's gonna be him putting on, and then there's gonna be like a little list thing.
I would want to get him with that dirty ass toilet and oh damn it, now I'm not gonna remember the
movie. Was it Edna's Dead Mother?
No, it was the dirty toilet. He was at the bar, and then they go, and the toilet is like a play. I don't remember.
He's been in so much stuff.
I'm so bad at that.
Hello, fellow youths. I've used that clip in so many videos when Cody's trying to be. Oh my God, let's talk. Mr. D. Yeah. But yeah. Oh my God, no. He was in Armageddon. Yeah. I honestly, Steve Buscemi, if he was like down, like I'm down. I'm down. Him and what's his name?
He was in so many things.
Him and Rick Moranis put me in a sandwich. I'll be right
Moranis?
there.
Really?
Oh God, Rick Moranis. See, I'm about personality.
You are into nerds.
No, but I love personality. And Rick Moranis, dude, Rick Moranis quit acting to take care of his wife with cancer.
Take
Tim Curry too.
Oh, look.
No. Sorry, dude. Rick Moranis. That is like when in My Blue Heaven.
He is very sweet.
Do you remember the movie My Blue Heaven?
No.
So her ex-husband walks in the house, and Rick Moranis walks down, and he's got his little sleeves rolled up, and he punches her husband in the face and like throws him out of the house. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, he's coming back for Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he was.
He
was supposed to make a reappearance, but some devil person, and I think that this person is probably having the worst life ever, and every bit of karma they deserve, did the knockout game and punched him in the face in New York City, and broke his jaw.
Why?
Because they were doing the knockout game.
The knockout game.
It was a thing in like 2017, 2018, 2019, where you would run up to somebody and just punch them and try to knock them out with one shot.
A random
just
stranger?
Random person, yeah, random stranger.
And they picked him of all people.
I know, and that person is having a worse karma. Who hits Rick Moranis? That honestly, if I believed in God, I would add that as a commandment.
That release the list. Thank you.
I know.
Yes.
The thing with the Epstein thing, so we were actually talking about that earlier, is that one of our representatives here from New Mexico like got up and was talking about a lot of the stuff, and that frustrated me a little bit because she didn't mention all the shit that went on in New Mexico. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're just gonna keep pretending. Okay, yeah. I love that. Thank you. If you guys want to release the list, why don't you give Gary... Oh, well, you can give Gary King a call. You can give Bill Richardson a call. You can give Bill Clinton a call. You can give Donald Trump a call. I have been studying this for so long. I could honestly make you a comprehensive list.
When people tell me, why are you just talking about this now? I'm like, I was talking about this 20 years ago. Where the hell were you?
My 5th series ever was about Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Because I've been obsessed with the monarchy since I was a kid, and I've always disliked Andrew. And so when that came out, and Virginia, I just, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, everyone should have believed them. And, like, I could sit down, like, literally, I could sit down and make you a comprehensive list right now that would have a lot of them. I'm so tired of the what ifs. Donald Trump was on that list. Bill Clinton is on that list. There's so many people. And that's the other thing is a lot of people worked at these places.
We don't know how far, though. Like, on both sides, right? Because women could be on that list, too.
I have said this.
We gotta stop saying just men, because women could be on that list too.
Okay, so this is going to initiate another rant of mine. Okay, so the statistics that 3% of a certain type of crime are women and 97% are men is not modern, and it is not accurate. That is a statistic from the year 2000. It is probably closer to 15%.
Right.
And so it's still predominantly men, but it's probably closer to 15 to 85. So just because someone is a woman doesn't mean they're safe.
No. So, God, I don't remember what podcast, one of the men's podcasts, where the guy's saying, well, a 15-year-old boy, he wanted that. So that's why the reporting is have that way inaccurate. Yeah, they don't report it when it happens because they have that mindset. But it does, and you talk to men now who went through that when they were teenagers, and they will say, it messed me up. Because it was a power shift, a power dynamic.
Well, this is one that we learned about that I actually felt naive for never thinking about it. You know who was a big part of the Catholic crisis? Nuns! I never even thought about that.
Actually, there is, what I learned in Spokane was somebody got in tight with the nuns, and they would have these conversations. And it was lesbian abuse was most common that would happen. The nuns would bring in little girls to take care of them and bring them into the fold, and they would...
Dude, I felt so naive not even thinking about it. And you want to know how long that class was? That was last fall semester. Like, I never even thought about that. And I was just like, oh my God, that makes so much sense.
I learned about that. Yeah. I was a teenager when I came out, and they were like, stay away from the nuns. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my thing. Well, but I'm in the same place, and I'm so tired. I'm so tired of everyone making, like, it's this side or the other. No, dude, and I've said this in my videos since I started making these videos. I'm Historyinsixtie, by the way, if you don't know me. I talk about a lot of this, and I just did a whole thing about New Mexico and Epstein. But, I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, my God, help me. My brain. I have ADHD. I know.
And then I just fell out.
Oh, my God. The neurodivergence of this discussion, I swear to God.
She's neuro, I'm divergent.
Yeah.
But I'm not neuro.
Oh, no, what I was going to say, though.
I'm neuronormal.
I can name you someone from every single table, and I'm not about the Epstein thing. I can name you someone from every single table that was eating at his trough. Every single one. I'm not just talking about Republican, Democrat. I'm talking independent. I'm talking Green Party. I'm talking the friggin' scientists that live in Albuquerque and Santa Fe.
Scientologists.
Scientologists also. I can name you someone. Give me an industry and I'll name you someone.
Yeah.
It wasn't. This being made a political issue is their greatest strategy ever.
When they say that the empire could crumble, they mean it. They mean it. Like, and I say, if our country is run off of that, let it crumble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. That's really what it is, though.
Oh, Tom Cruise? Do you know how young his wife was? Like, yeah, Tom Cruise. I bet you he is.
I've said this for a while as I'm not a scientist or Keebler-Elf, and I would like to make that very clear, and my legal team is on standby. But if I was, I'd be a sociologist, and I tell you that viewing a lot of our systems, I don't know what way you could fix this without burning it down.
Angie, to answer your question, I believe so. I have...
What's that?
Does Israel have something to do with it?
I imagine, yeah.
I'm going to throw my theory out. And remember, guys, this is a theory. This is based upon what I've read. This is based upon the history that I know of these two players, Trump and Jeffrey. Jeffrey had his connections in Israel, and he would go and pick up models from Israel. And Trump had his connections in Russia, and he would pick up his models from Russia.
I'm not a Keebler-Elf.
So both of those countries, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How far it goes, there's been rumors that went around since Jeffrey was arrested that he protected himself by giving copies to Israel and Russia. Those are rumors.
Yeah.
And if those are true, gosh, I wonder why we're on the side of the countries we are now.
No, Stephen Hawking was super down with Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He came here
because either they were involved in the act itself, or they were involved of the washing of the dollars. Because there's two different businesses that went on here. There was the child business, and then there was the money business. And washing was a lot of money.
No, I don't. So the satanic thing, Satanists would never do something like that.
No.
They have morals.
Satanists are actually nice people.
I'm just kidding.
Honestly, have you met Satanists?
Yes.
They are.
Yeah. No, well, see, that's the thing about it is that when it comes to, like, a lot of this, so a lot of these people, like, hide behind religion, and I think that that's all well and good, but I do not, Warren Jeffs does not believe in God. Cody Brown does not believe in God. James Dobson did not believe in God. They don't, period.
Right.
I do not believe that Jim Baker, now Tammy Faye, I think she did, but Tammy Faye gets a little mulligan because I love that woman.
No.
I love
all I could think of is, can we get a spoon to get off?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I love her. I'm one of those super stans of hers, because, you know. But that's the thing is that, you know, I feel like, I don't feel like any of those people actually believe in what they say they do. So maybe they'll be associated with that, but I don't think they are that, because if they were, there's no possible way they could do what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you have to have a conscience somewhere. You have to have an ability to see what is right and what is wrong.
Puerto Rican Tammy Faye. I need that in my life.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who is a Puerto Rican Tammy Faye? I feel like we can get that from 90 Day Fiancé.
See, that's one. Don't even get me started on 90 Day Fiancé. Everybody asks me, like, oh, do I watch that? Bro, that is not okay. 90 Day Fiancé is not okay. Like, from the beginning, I cover it. I watched the first season, or not the first season. I watched up until, remember the season with Danielle? The one who he said her stink?
The guy, yeah, Danielle and Muhammad.
Yeah. And she, like, throws the stuff and all of that, but, like, it definitely, like, we are just filming people taking advantage of each other. Come on, guys. So I stopped watching it just because it made me mad.
But it was.
That's what it was.
But I kept watching it because I'm like, I was literally waiting. I would wait each season and be like, okay, they're going to have a real couple on now. Right? You know?
Well, the only couple I've ever really bought was Alexi and...
Yes. Even though they're not great people themselves.
Yeah, me and Fundy Fridays definitely geeked out about Tammy Faye. You don't even... Oh my God, so you know who Fundy Fridays is, right?
Yes.
They have an entire room. You guys don't even understand. Mm-hmm. You go into Jen's, like, media room, and it is manuals from every weird, like, culty group you could ever think of. And not weird, different, whatever. But, like, there are all of these... See... Poor man. And there's all this stuff that people have sent her, and all these pictures, and all these, like, original stuff signed by Tammy Faye. And it is, like, the Fundy researchers, like, Shangri-La. That's probably the wrong thing to associate, but you know what I mean? Oh my God, it was so cool. She let me just go through everything, and I was like, what is this? And then she had the whole IBLP manual with the little tabs on it. Someone's knows about it.
Did it have the, here's how you're a good little girl?
It did. No, it had everything in it, and there was, like, section
is what really freaks me out.
Oh my God, it was crazy. It was so
guys, cool. When you have your candy, make sure that you keep sweet. And today we are going to remember that we are blessed to be here, locked in this community, never to be able to leave again.
It's
so weird.
Like, give me something.
It's like a robot.
Do you have a soul?
Well, they do believe in the whole space thing, so he's probably, like, you know, preparing to be an alien.
You look like a gay Matthew Modine. Who's to say Matthew Modine isn't gay? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually speculating.
I've heard that before, Modine. But he has dark hair. I have white hair.
I thought... Do you remember the movie Married to the Mob? With him and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
Ultimate Matthew Modine.
Okay.
The best. David Koresh. Okay, so real quick though, David Koresh, so I need you to join me in an exercise that I do because I know how much it would bother him. His name is Vernon Wayne Howell.
Oh.
So Vernon Wayne Howe,
Vernon.
he changed his name to David Koresh because they were the Branch Davidians. And I know way too much about this. I should just
Where did Koresh come from?
It's biblical. I can't remember exactly what the something biblical
It
and tied to the
means
person who started it.
Guy who doesn't believe anything is wrong with him.
Probably
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, the whole Koresh thing could have been good had you taken away the whole child thing again.
I didn't watch the new one. I know that I'm in it, but I did not watch it.
Which one?
The new 8 Passengers documentary. Dude, 8 Passengers content.
You're in the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I
She gets
try.
around.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not that big.
I know.
How are you not blue checked marked?
I just applied again and they said no.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So now you have to wait another 6 months.
Yeah, I just applied again and they said no.
Not with Netflix. All right.
No, and you know, honestly, the one that I was a little bummed about, so the Sam Bateman documentary, Netflix did not ask me to be in it, and I was a little bummed because I feel like
terms and conditions on TikTok say they don't have to ask.
No, I mean, like, I wanted to be asked to interview it.
Oh, yeah.
But if they ever make a Sister Wives documentary and they don't call me, I'm burning the studio.
If anybody knows local news here in Albuquerque, could you have them reach out to us and do a co-article so we can both get our blue check marks?
I know, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
But yeah, I don't know if I have any art. It's hard to look me up though, because like that's the other thing about it is Historyinsixtie. It always pulls up like history from the 60s.
Aubrey Gordon?
Yeah.
Who's Aubrey Gordon?
Oh, I love Aubrey Gordon. She was in the new Biggest Loser documentary, Fit for TV, and she is amazing. She's
But that's not the news.
She's like a health influencer.
Yeah.
She was just in a documentary.
That won't help. It's got to be in the use. She is Historyinsixtie, IE is her name. History.
Next time we do this, we're gonna go live on my account. We'll probably do it sometime
and
next
we'll
week or whatever.
announce the time on it, so people will know.
But yeah, 20 minutes. We live like 20 minutes down the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, and then that's another thing that I'm working on because like someone had asked, so I have to apply to my doctorate program by January, but I'm feeling a little, I'm not as like I've done a lot of research in real life when I do this and everything, but I'm not as impressive on paper as some of the other candidates, and they only choose about 6 from the sociology program every year. So I'm a little nervous, but yeah, so I need to do that and all of that good stuff.
Do you put in some of your body of work from here too?
A little bit, but it's hard because it's a toss-up as to whether people are going to take what I do seriously or just be like, oh, you make fucking TikTok. You know.
I don't know. I think it's
The
one of those
academic
things that
community's rough.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. We make words.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, and then I was actually thinking about law school, but I have to quit doing what I do here to go to law school, and I was not willing to do that, so...
Wow.
So,
how do you take on so much?
ADHD?
Yeah.
ADHD.
That's probably
but
true.
also, too, just a crippling fear of ever being quiet and having to face my own personal demons. It's probably that.
I've been quiet here. I have been quiet here, and it feels good. It feels good to finally settle that world down and be like, okay, now I can really examine me.
Yeah.
how do I want things to go, as opposed to chasing what everybody else wants.
That's such a good thing, because yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, like, and I'm sure you can get this, because, you know, lesbians, you guys, we know about the U-Hauls. We've heard about it.
I'm not a U-Hauler, though.
That's how I started following you.
Her and I were friends a year before, though.
Oh, no, yeah,
Like,
you guys are just very
we
close.
knew each other before, so there
Yeah.
wasn't a U-Haul. But she changed a lot, though.
Yeah, it seemed like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was, like, really good for a minute and everything. But yeah, that was kind of my thing, is I lived most of my life very male-centered. And, like, everything I did was for male attention. I mean, oh my god, like, so much. I know you guys aren't all U-Haul. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. And I'm kind of hating from outside the club, because I'm paying.
My
so
brother
it's not fair.
U-Hauled.
Oh, is he
not-
straight?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's straight. They
No,
were
you know,
together for
honestly.
10 years, and now we don't know.
So I married my first husband after I knew him for 4 months, and I got married to my second husband after I knew him for 6 months, and at the time that we got married, I was pregnant, so I understand. No shade. I'm a borderline. What are you gonna do? I fall in love real quick, but then like, oh god, and then I'm married, and like 8 months
Stuck.
later, I'm like, shit,
Stuck.
shit, you know, it's a problem.
I've never been married. I
No,
don't know
that's
what
and
that's
I'm
like.
like that, so I'm not judging at all. I'm not judging. But that's why I stay out of relationships, because I don't want to move right now, you know.
What? You don't want to move right now. Like, why do you have to move? This is the thing.
Crazy.
I'm realizing that I think 2 homes are a great idea. I think they're a great idea.
I actually agree. I would never want to live with someone again, and if I did, we have to have separate bedrooms. Because, you know, like, so, like, Funny Fridays, they have separate bedrooms.
I would get in trouble for things that I do in my sleep that I have no control over. So I'm like, you're not going to talk to me today because I rolled over in my sleep on you? Like...
Well, and I'm a water bottle on the side of the bed person. I have water bottles. I got my computer. And a lot of times, like, with my kids and stuff, like, if my daughter ends up staying the night, she'll just, like, crash out. And I have, like, a king-size bed. So, like, usually I'll roll over and one of my kids is crashed out in there or something like that.
I have a Jasper.
And so, yeah, exactly. I have 6 cats and 2 dogs. 4 when my daughter's dogs are there. Like,
Do they sleep in the bed?
Not all of them. My Yorkie's
so they get to choose what they do. Okay.
Yeah, well, they like the kids too. So 2 of the cats belong to my son, and they always sleep in his room. And like 3 of the cats like to sleep with me. My little dog likes to sleep with me, but my German Shepherd doesn't. Like, he's like real crazy, so he sleeps downstairs. He's insane.
I don't have a big water. I usually have that much water when I go to... I can't drink too much because I don't want to get up.
Dude, oh my God, I'm finally getting to that place where I have to get up and pee in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it sucks.
I hate it.
It's so bad.
We were talking earlier. I think I'm starting to do Perry. That's fun.
And
I'm so grumpy.
Jasper knows now when I have to go pee in my sleep. I don't know how. I don't know what I do. I must make a noise, but he'll wake me up and be like, Mom, go pee.
Oh, okay. I know, right? Oh, I have, my big dog, he's just really, like, some German Shepherds just have a lot of, like, anxiety and stuff like that, so he'll sleep with me if it's raining or if it's fireworks, but other than that, he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, yeah, and my little Morkie sleeps with me, she's a sweet pea. And then my daughter's dogs sleep on my head when they're over, but that's okay. I love my granddogters.
The Chihuahuas sleep on your head?
Yes.
I had a cat that would do that, so I would not, they would want to. The Chihuahuas would want to. I'd be like, no. So I would have one here and one here. And this is how I'd sleep when I
had them. No, we live like 20 minutes away from each other. That's so funny. Because, but like, I know, like, I feel like within a certain space, most of us are mutuals or have like some sort of, like, I don't know. We have like some sort of interaction with each other. Like, we all kind of know each other. Not like, we may not be friends or whatever. But we're like we're friends. Chat. But you know what I mean.
Mary gets really offended because I'm like, hey, I'm just having a chat with somebody on TikTok. And she goes, no, you're talking to your friend. I'm your friend.
I know. She's, Mary is, I appreciate Mary a lot more than I ever have now. Yeah. For sure. I really think getting away from Cody.
I know you've been able to see a big change because you were not a Mary fan at all. And I was somebody who said, she's that way for a reason. Wait, you're going to see the real her coming out. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
I think that Mary can be a real, like for a while, like, there were just behaviors I didn't like, and then there were allegations, a lot of allegations of, like, abuse and stuff like that.
The allegations, I think, were escalated. Because I've known this side and that side, and I also knew how I grew up.
Yeah, so it was complicated, but yeah, we were like, I definitely like have changed my opinion, but that's the thing about it is that, and that's a huge part of what I preach about, like all of that stuff is that you need to have room for people to change, and I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in society now is that no one gives any fucking room to change. Yep. And I'm saying there are certain things you can't come back from with me, absolutely.
Cody Brown,
I don't care how much you change, I'll hate you till they put you in the ground. But it's...
I'm checking I need to plug battery in.
Oh, shit,
Which I'll unplug the mic.
We can probably log off in a few minutes, too. How much do we have left? I know. Oh, we can log off in a few minutes. Okay. We'll do like 10 more minutes.
Okay, 10 more minutes, folks. 10 more minutes.
So like, I think that it's really important to give people space to change. And I think that with Mary, given the space to change, I think that she's done a lot of work on herself. Oh, yeah. But there's also, too, I think that it is... I don't love everything. Like, I think that the complete, like, ball gargling of the sister wives is a problem. You can criticize someone and still not completely dislike them. You know what I mean? Like, with Mary, at one point, I did dislike her. I ain't even trying to say that. But, like, when it comes to Christine, I like her, but there are certain things about her, especially now, that are really annoying. And they're, like, with Janelle, I worry that Janelle is still believing in that religion because that religion is really openly racist. Yes. Things like that. So I think it's okay to, like... not completely do that.
And Mary is really good with the criticism. Like she loves talking about when I make those videos that are like, I would have handled that differently. And she's like, all right, let me explain what really happened.
Yeah.
You know, like, and she's said a couple of times, yep, I definitely should have handled that one differently. Absolutely.
Exactly. And that's the thing is that also too, you know, you've got to give people, and if you don't ever give anyone room to change, then you're never going to be given room to change either. And everyone seriously needs to chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole thing. And when it comes to like someone asked, how has your perspective changed on Sister Wives? So my perspective over the years really hasn't changed on the show as a whole. I feel like it's a dangerous evangelization of polygamy that could lead to people, but it's gotten better now.
I had a perspective change because when it first came out, I had those blinders on where I wasn't looking for the problems in it. I was hoping so much that it would go well. And the reason why is because gay marriage was very much a discussion at the time. And so I'm like, okay, if this goes well, then maybe we can have a platform to show that gay marriage can go well too. Turns out it flip-flopped, and gay marriage was the good thing and polygamy was not, right?
Yeah.
So
no, exactly. And they just have like such a thing. It's like, how do we balance nuance in your videos? It's a hard balance, but I honestly just say it how it comes into my head.
How it is.
And I try to put in like addendums and like, okay, remember though, even though I'm saying this, because that's the hard thing too, is I think whenever you say anything, people take it as a hard, fast blanket statement.
Right.
And
when it's an opinion.
You know.
That's why I have to keep saying, I'm not a professional, you guys. I don't do this. This is not my thing.
I'm not a professional.
But I've learned my own lessons in life, and that's what I talk about. And those are the conversations I pull. It's just from my own experience.
Yeah, like I tend to steer away from content where I haven't had some kind of personal experience or something that I can sympathize with.
Yeah, no more gay marriage, right? Why do we have to say that? Why can't we just say marriage? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, there was a drag queen that had made a point once that was basically that. It was on RuPaul's Drag Race and basically said, like, no.
Yeah.
Do I struggle with stating the caveats? Yeah, it depends. You know, honestly, like, I don't struggle with that because I've been doing this for, like, 5 years. So I know what people are going to say. But even though you do that, it doesn't mean anyone's going to listen. And I'll have, like, on certain things. And I don't know why it's so aggravating, but you'll have someone in your comments correcting the same thing 17 times when you literally clarified that's not.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's not what I said. Oh my gosh, I made a video like 4 years ago about how polygamy just isn't for me, or polyamory just isn't for me. I am all about monogamy. And I had the poly communities coming at me and like, why are you talking down about it? I'm like,
it's just not your deal.
I literally just said that's not for me. That's all I said.
It's just not your deal. Plus, why would people want you to live a life like a lifestyle? Because I think when you're talking about polyamory,
that's a lifestyle.
You're allowed to say lifestyle.
Yeah.
Why would you like? Do you want to get locked in a basement and forced to be part of a throuple? Like that's not fair.
Nah, bro. No.
Like I'm good. Like for me, though, polyamory is a little more. That's why I sympathize with that a little bit. I could be physically polyamorous, but because of my mental stuff, I can't be emotionally polyamorous. You have to love me the most.
Period. Okay, Robin.
You have to love me the most. And if you don't love me the most, well, I'm probably going to stick around and make you.
I'm going to take your Lexus.
Exactly. Oh, bro, I would have been driving that Lexus. Nuh-uh.
When they slipped up and said the memories we made in the backseat of that car, I was like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It is Robin, but that's also why Robin... See, the thing is I wouldn't live polygamy or polyamory because of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I couldn't, like...
Recognizing.
Physically, I don't care. Like, honestly, physically, I don't care. I find physical interactions between humans to be perfunctory and have nothing to do with emotional connection. I'm really messed up.
Excuse me, are you available tonight for some perfunctory?
I'm saying, like, let's go in. We know what's up. Let's get it done. Let's cuddle. What are you touching? Why are you touching me? We touched.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm a little weird about that, but that's because of my own trauma.
Some podcaster claims he owns Cody's like, he sold it, so he probably does. If it's one of the Mormon guys.
I think that's weirdo was like
the guy, I forget what they're called, but the LDS something. That he could have sold it to them.
How do I deal with bad faith in comments? How do you deal? I don't think I
bad faith.
The only one that I've had bother me recently, probably, because I see a lot of stuff, people defending, like, child molesters and stuff, and that doesn't get to me as much. The one that bothered me lately was I had someone tell me that my entire face has changed and I used to be so beautiful. Now, I still think about that one every day, and I don't know how to deal with that, because what the fuck? Like, what about, do you have one that stuck with you?
They're full of shit. They're full of shit.
I'm like, what the hell? But what, do you have one?
I know that sticks with me. I mean, I get so many of the usual lesbian stuff that it's like, heard it all before.
Yeah.
But the stuff that really gets me, though, is when people come into the comments and they blame the victims. So it doesn't even have to do with me.
Yeah.
That's the hardest for me. Like, anytime that you come in and say, well, they deserved it because they stuck around, or they deserved it because they went to a rich man's house, or no.
Especially, like,
no.
What'll get me is when they're talking about children, because I'll have people, like, in my Kate Gosselin video, which I need to make another video, because John's kind of a douche, too. I don't think I ever said he was a good guy in that video at all. I think I was like, Ed Hardy stopped making t-shirts because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't, like, in that one, people came in and they were like, well, maybe Colin was a handful and she had to do what she had to do and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, so cool. We'll just abuse. That's fine. You know, just toss your kid in a place for 3 years. And everyone's like, you can't get a kid put in one of those places without a diagnosis.
Do you know how easy it is to get a diagnosis? Especially when places like that, or I don't know, corporations now. So, yeah, they give out diagnosis left and right.
And even without a diagnosis, if you're willing to pay enough, you can put a kid away anywhere. It's like, hello.
Well, yeah, you can send them off into the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Like Paris Hilton.
Exactly.
Send them to camp to...
What was your comment on that video? Because, dude, there was, like, that's the thing is, though, too, after a video has about 100,000 views, I don't read the comments anymore.
It's so hard.
I get out of the comments.
I think people don't understand that as a creator, like, we get hundreds of notifications at once. It's ridiculous. So,
yeah, I don't see a lot of people's comments, honestly, and when it comes to, like I said, once a video gets really big, by the time a video has been up for, say that it's, like, 2 or 3 days, like the video that I have up right now, it's been up for 2 or 3 days, and even the subject matter, there's gonna be people now, it's getting to, like, a wrong side of TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get all that stuff. I don't have my notifications on for TikTok. I just go back and look at them. They'll come up if I'm in TikTok.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's just too much.
No.
I don't have notifications on for anything, though, except for my kids.
So we open up the app and it's like 500, and it's like, okay, close the app.
Yeah. Well, and you can ask her. Getting me to respond to a message is basically an act of God. I
am so bad at it, because there is a lot, and there's a lot of spam that comes through now, but I get a lot of creepers too.
Yeah, do I have a favorite commenter? I don't know. Pretty much anyone is my mutual.
I know that's so hard.
And a lot of people, I mean, honestly, like...
I think right now my favorite commenter is Olivia Plath.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
She is so honest and open and level-headed about her comments.
No, you know the one that lately is the funniest and that I could not believe they mutualed me is JWoww from Jersey Shore.
Are you serious?
She's my mutual now. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, I looked at it and I was like, what the hell? Oh my God. Like, because I used to watch her on Jersey Shore all the time. And so, so I saw she was my mutual and she comments the funniest shit.
Does she?
But yeah, so I was like, that was one I very seldom like fan out when I mutual with somebody. And that one and Lori Petty, those two, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, if I respond to your comments, like I actually saw it and thought it was like cool and important and stuff, I don't really respond to very many people. Especially because I just never know, man. TikTok is so weird and people try to twist stuff. Or like there was this one time, I responded to a comment. Did you know if someone puts like 3 ellipses around a name, it's anti-Semitic? Like it's like...
Really?
Nazi stuff. Yeah, I didn't know that. And so someone had commented just these names, and they were people that I knew had been associated with Epstein, but I didn't realize what they were doing. And so I liked the comment, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. You know, oh my God, these people or whatever. And they were actually making an anti-Semitic comment.
Oh.
And I didn't understand that because it's like 3 ellipses on each side of a name.
I didn't know that.
And someone was...
Is that why they want us to not use ellipses? Because we literally learned to use these in English class.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
And so then someone was super chill and they messaged me, like someone that I talk to a lot in the comments a lot messaged me and told me what that was, and I deleted it like right away and blocked that person. But dude, so that one was like, oh my God, like Okay, so sometimes it's like you honestly like, yeah, it was such a dog whistle, and I didn't like.
I wouldn't
know that. No, it was, or is it crochet? No, it's the little like circle ones. Isn't that what? No, it's not. Is that an ellipses?
Not an ellipses.
I'm saying the wrong
ellipses,
thing.
It's
that. Yeah, right there. That's exactly what it is. I'm calling it the wrong thing.
okay.
Oh, that's an ellipses. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. Sorry.
I'm like dot is okay.
Sorry. I'm gonna blame my neurodivergence, even though that probably wasn't it.
It's her fault, not mine.
I'm bad with grammar.
I'm innocent.
But no, that's exactly what it is, and it's like a thing, yeah. And I didn't know that, and so sometimes in comments you just have to be careful because people can turn things into like really weird shit.
Parentheses is quote. Parentheses is that. That's
it was really weird.
That's that thing. It's the 0 and the 9.
We're gonna call that a 0 from now on.
0. Is it parentheses?
I know.
This is parentheses.
This
is an ellipses. We're going back to school here.
Oh my god, I'm smart in some ways and really dumb in others.
I
think you guys should know that.
Just telling her I'm hitting that age where I don't remember. I'm having a hard time spelling things now, and I was always the best speller. So something's not right. Error. I'm gonna blame it on Jeffrey.
Yeah, but no, so someone was doing that. Fair, they get blamed for everything else, so go ahead. The things can take a beating. But
still keep on ticking.
I know.
Take a licking and still keep it. Oh my god. Okay.
But we're gonna get off here real quick, but we're gonna do this again next week before we actually like lose you here, because it's not just my personal life, so my phone dying in the middle of it would not be customary like my lives typically are.
Oh, you do that
all the time.
Oh, I don't.
Every time I'm on live, my phone dies.
And then actually plugged into power and not microphone.
So when I was on live with Mary, her phone died.
Oh yeah.
So it was like kind of like
her phone has died on mine. She was like, oh my god, I only have 5%. I'm like, plug in because we're in the middle of something here.
Yeah, it was serendipitous, really.
Yeah.
But you guys have like such a good day and everything. Yes. And this was really fun. We're gonna do this again. Yeah, I do it every time. See, they're like, yeah, she does that every time, every single day. Listen, I get carried away, and like this, we stayed on live for 3 hours. See what happens?
Yeah. It's easy to lose track of time when you're having a good conversation.
I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you guys have a good day, and thank you. And weird looking in the armpit moment while we turn this off, but that's okay. So, show them the armpit.
Oh.
That's okay.
The wrong way.
Because you have to like
do
this. Oh, look at my little.
Oh. Your little.
I'm going to wave it. Okay.
Oh my.